Are we leveled up in the game?
Oh, you know that is actually a thing, as Tyler, of course, called out the thing. We'll see how important that will be today. There's a lot of things that we're going to have to address. But what Tyler, aka Lara, just talked about was, of course, the level up that happened last week. Hi everyone. I think I forgot the thing that you usually do when you first see someone is hi everybody. Welcome back for another week of Light of Thylea plays Odyssey of the Dragonlords. His name is David. Our wonderful players below are, of course, the Light of Thylea, the heroes that are prophesied to bring Thylea into the future. Now, before we delve in, we just want to address something really quick because, you know, you gotta address it. Brian, aka Rodus, our beloved barbarian, son of Pitor, is going to step away from the stream. I can tell you guys that there's no drama, there's no hard feelings. It's life sometimes happens, and we feel for him, and we just love him and wish him the best, and that's all that really matters sometimes, you know. So, oh gods, yeah. Silent, calm down.
Exactly.
Starting off.
But yeah, I just wanted to, this is a shout out to you too, you know. It's gonna be okay, and we love you, man. Anyway, the stream in the future, as this arc of the campaign is coming to an end, is going to be looking for new members to join. You know, after we had kind of whittled down to 5, feeling it was right to do, since, you know, the prophecy had talked about certain people bringing this change about, we felt it, you know, it was right to keep it at 5 at that point. However, the Oath of Peace is coming to an end, and with the Oath of Peace coming to an end, that means that we are going to very soon see a whole new chapter, a whole new beginning of the story of Thylea, and that might involve new heroes, old familiar heroes that have grown and maybe have a bigger dragon now, or maybe just bigger, better spells. Whatever the case may be, we're going to be looking towards the future. So if you're in the Polyhedra community or someone who has been following us for a while and you're potentially interested in playing in the campaign, reach out to me. It's just david@polyhedra.io. Again, if one of you guys wants to throw that in chat, I sincerely appreciate that. But that is pretty much it for me. There's not a whole lot. I mean, there's always some fun stuff coming out in the Nerdiverse. One thing that I saw is the shipments for the Oathbreaker or Oathkeeper or something like that. Oh no, that's a terrible term. I hate it these days. Something Oath related is going on in the publication. So if you back that Kickstarter, something Oath, it's the biggest source book ever printed for 5th edition. I think it's like 900 pages. It is bananas. It's like this thick. A guy from the community sent me a screenshot, or not a screenshot, but like a photo. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. It is shipping. So if you back that, just know that that stuff is now on its way. Anyway, that is it. I'm excited to delve in because a lot went down last week. Last week was crazy. All right. As we get into it, previously on the Light of Thylea, the group had been chasing certain leads. All of you had epic paths that you had been following, things that tied the world of Thylea back towards your characters. One of my favorite parts as a DM of this adventure. Some of you found out that you were the, well, child of a hag. Well, really rebirth child. You know, it's like, the second child. I don't know. It's like, do you call that a stepchild at that point? I don't really know how that one works. But
it's like you've got your beans, you've got your refried beans. I'm the refried beans.
God, he is a refried bean. It's canon. Some of you, of course, found out certain elements of your past that, you know, you had been kept from you. That your father apparently is centuries old and once served, or at least fought alongside the Dragonlords. Lara and Brissa were able to chase down certain leads about some kind of clandestine past that they have, something that ties them to the bottom of a volcano. But Rodus, well, his story had been connected towards a traumatic event that occurred in his childhood, when a green dragon by the name of Hexia had absconded and abducted his mother, taking her apparently not to death, but a faraway island, the Island of the Dragon, where she has lived for the decades thereafter. You traveled to this island, you helped the elves that lived there, and ultimately, well, you brought yourself to the lair of Hexia, where you realized that Rodus's mom was still alive. Hexia, the dragon, was less keen on your presence there, and after a challenge, an incredibly deadly fight began. Partway through the fight, Pitor suddenly appeared out of nowhere, punching through the clouds and smack against the jaw of Hexia. Now, on the path to the, lair, you had found out that apparently Hexia was connected to the original Dragonlords, and that more recently, she appeared to have a little bit of a love affair with Pitor. Pitor confirmed this, saying that he had loved her deeply, more so than any other. When Hexia killed Rhodus, throwing him from terminal height, Pitor went into a drunken rage, struck at her, and killed the dragon. But his sorrow overcame him. He flew back down towards his love and his son, raising the dragon from death first, then turning to Rhodus to do the same. Although in that process, something went awry. You watched as a spectral form of Thylea punched out of the ground, severed Pitor's neck, grabbed his soul, and descended back below. You all stood in stunned silence, for this is not supposed to happen. The oath of peace had been sworn between the Titans and the gods. Thylea has violated that peace. You stood there for about 2 seconds before Brissa ran to the pool and started digging through all of the loot and counting every single coin one by one, and Sela really just ate every single coin that she could, just kind of rolling there with a big fat belly. You know, you have about 20 coins left after she's done with it, but by the next morning...
That's all we've got room for in the bag anyways.
If dragon eats too much gold and then throws up, does it stay gold? Can you just
the material is still gold. It's not quite coin shaped anymore. But
that's fine. We can just reforge it, man.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
I am glad this is not the character that has smithing tools proficiency.
What's this?
I don't want to mess with that.
I think Brissa has it from her belt, so she can do,
Perfect. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you guys got yourselves ready. Spent the night at the cave. Interestingly enough, Rhodus was completely untouched by, well, the hauntings, if you want to call them that, of what Thylea had been doing to him in his sleep. You woke up the next morning, put as much coin into this bag of holding, and I will let you guys decide on that. And you found yourselves teleporting back towards the academy. The secret locked away room with arcane guards surrounding you. As Yanni, you teleport back in. Your bags are as full with coin as possible. The bag of holding is stuffed with it as well. You have certain art pieces kind of slung over your shoulder, under your arms, and you see these, philosopher wizards kind of stand up and start to like have these arcane runes and glyphs appear before themselves as they kind of give you a look of,
Hey, fellas. Hi. Sorry. Probably should have called ahead.
Master Yanni, all the glyphs kind of disappear. Do you mind if we just... As they casted a spell magic upon you, as it kind of tickles for a second.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure you are you.
No worries.
By the gods, where are you coming from?
From an island that had a dragon on it until about yesterday.
It's
All the philosopher wizards start to look towards Brissa and Sila, who's just like kind of sadly trotting away from the circle itself. Wait, are you saying you killed the dragon?
Technically, no. An acquaintance of ours did.
That's true.
I see what you did there. Very clever thinking. Nice. Well, welcome back to Mitros. This is amazing. Look. Oh, and you see one of them kind of steps forward into midair from this raised catwalk that is kind of surrounding the central, almost atrium that you guys are in. And as he does, he seems to cast Featherfall or something on himself, slowly descending down. Poof. May I see some of these statuettes? These are antiquities. Amazing.
Not exactly.
Wait, the statues that are people?
No. It's the smaller stuff,
Oh.
like the gold pieces. Did you guys actually bring a statue with you?
I think we were
Yeah.
gonna try.
Yeah, Brissa was
Brissa's strong. She can carry a few people, at least two.
Okay, let's say that you brought two.
just
So
strapping it to Sila.
Oh, yeah, we can strap one or two to the silo.
go ahead and roll me 2 D100s, please. 67 and a 9. All right.
Oh my god.
As it turns out, the philosopher wizard kind of looks at you. And these are... Wait. I recognize this face. That's Nostradamo. It is... This is one of the Minotaur tradesmen of the city. He had been fighting for the release of many of the Minotaurs from the slave market, but then he disappeared. We figured that it was simply... This is lifelike.
Go ahead and blame Moxena for that.
Yeah, no, he's 100% real. Like, he's just
Yeah.
like petrified.
Yeah. yeah.
Real person in there.
All these people statues, actual people. You should
Yeah.
probably get someone to fix that.
Oh,
Newton.
well, this is more a thing of... Maybe you should talk to the new Dragon Keeper. Aesop.
New?
Aesop?
Oh,
Oh, okay. Oh,
we know him.
right. He's okay.
He and the Zakovites
Didn't realize he
will
had a
be
new
able to help
title.
with this.
Yeah, new here, but not new to us. Got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he arrived here, and I mean, he was married to one of the Dragonlords, so I mean, he's not really new to anyone. You know what I mean. Anyway, welcome back.
no,
Should we
we
send
caught
word
up.
to the palace? Yes.
Were we gonna go straight there, or did we have other things to do first, guys?
I'm going to drop these two off at the temple and just get them kind of taken care of, right?
Yeah.
Yes, please send word to the temple or to the palace that we're gonna go to the temple. I guess for now.
Yes, we will. Of course, yes.
Thanks.
Hang on, I have an idea. Kind of steps away for a second, comes back maybe after 2 minutes, and he says, "Here you go." And he hands you a scroll. As you see, this seems to be a scroll, as you kind of read over it, that creates a floating disc that follows you about, that might help you with moving these things back and forth.
Like this much. It'll help like this much.
Please go ahead and cast it. It will be in
Alright,
the
alright,
academy.
Go ahead.
Poof.
As you the magic goes forth, and you see a shimmering blue force field, horizontal to the ground itself. As you load the statues onto that, they do follow you around. It's almost like a little wagon that just kind of goes back and forth.
You got any more of those in case this wears off and we got to get them back to the palace or something?
We do, but this is not. I mean, it's not insignificant cost, though.
Okay.
You can look
Like
at all
just
of the.
one more. Like
look-
maybe one more.
Look at all these gold pieces that you have.
How much?
Let me do the math. Let me do the math.
Let me haggle that math.
Let's roll this plus roll.
Just 100 gold pieces.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Yeah, done.
I was expecting it to be more.
Okay, just
I'm
give me a
assuming we've got 100 gold floating around. I've got 19 on me at the moment, so
You guys just all throw coins at Yanni. You're not used to being this rich. Having essentially fuck you money, where you can get anything you want to.
Here's my 5 gold.
He runs, gives you another scroll. As you guys
okay, thanks.
make your way towards the Dragon Temple. Now, as you get there, you see that the temple itself is in a little bit of a furor. The entire city seems to have quite a few people, in the streets, kind of speaking in hushed whispers. As you come out and kind of walk by, they seem to kind of go quiet and give you guys concerned looks. You start walking in, everybody kind of is quiet around you as you walk up the Ahura and towards the Dragon Temple itself. As you get there, You can see that many of the acolytes kind of look at you. Some of them are wailing, pleading towards the sky, invoking the name of Mitros, of course, the mother god of the other dragon gods, minus that. And as you get there, you see that Aesop seems to be distraught.
I think word might have beat us here. Hold on.
As you get there, you see that there are 2 sarcophagi laid out in the middle of the temple itself. As you kind of step toward him, he goes, "Oh, Vulcan has told me what happened at the island."
Yeah.
And he kind of puts up a hand, and you realize that this sarcophagus has its top not attached to it. The second does. As you step closer, you recognize the iconography upon the one with the open. That seems to be belonging to Pitor. As you get closer, though, you see the second sarcophagus has iconography of fields of grain and scrolls, of cities and buildings rising up, of people helping each other, stepping up. As you get closer, you see the visage of Valus upon the sarcophagus. Please tell me everything
what?
that happened.
Hold on. Hold on a second. Why is there one for Valus?
Light of Thylea, I am so sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, but the queen is dead.
Was it Lutheria?
Of course,
Yes.
what else would it be?
It's from what we have been able to tell, whatever happened with your exploits happened almost simultaneously here. Apparently Lutheria was able to sneak past the temple guards. She wreaked havoc, releasing demons. The Dragon Guard was called to defend us, but at that point, demons attacked the palace. And, well, they killed the queen. Lutheria, killed the queen.
What about Acastus?
Castus leaves.
Of course he does.
What about Kira? Is Kira okay?
I have not seen her. She has not been in Mitros as of late. Valos has sent her on many missions across Thylea, from what I know.
I'm sure you know this, but she's oath-bound to not be able to interact with us currently. So if you could find out somehow, like send word to whoever you need to find out if she's still alive, that'd be great. And as far as we know, Vulcan was still alive as of shortly after Pitor wasn't. So
Vulcan said something about having to secure Astoria, so I suppose that he is there now.
Okay.
I must ask, what happened? What caused this?
I mean, I don't think we really know the cause, right? I mean, we fought Hexia, right? And then kind of in the middle of the battle, some people were going down and everything. Pitor, appeared, kind of like saved our butts a little bit. And then, towards the end, Lutheria, Hexia fell, and so did Rotus. And then, Pitor is very upset, and he resurrected, both of them, and that's when I guess Lutheria struck. Is when after the resurrection.
Did you?
But I mean, I don't.
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but did you do the thing that I asked you? Did you speak with Hexia? Did you ask her about the other dragons? The original.
Tried to. She wasn't super amenable.
Yeah,
Was that
she was,
something we were supposed to do? I wasn't there, so.
I give Roro a side eye.
So shady.
we didn't get much chance to talk, right? We got into her lair, and it was just, right from the get-go. Like we tried a little, but it was a tough battle.
Damn it. From the writings that I was able to find, and, well, from the stories that I remember from my husband, I believe there was a connection, but I suppose that is now. Well, if we cannot get anything from her about her connection to the Dragonlords' original mounts, then I believe the only other dragon old enough upon this place is Helios. Are you intending to find the gold one?
Yeah, but you told us about where he was, didn't you?
I did, yes.
Right.
It was the chariot, yeah. It was the chariot.
There was a
down the lake.
reason that we knew who he was.
Yeah. I mean, I think we can definitely go there. I do think we have to go to the tower first, right, to Sidon and do that meeting and hopefully talk to Sidon and get some aid in, catching Lutheria. I think that's just going to be our number one priority.
This is something that we have been discussing at the temple. Lutheria acted against the oath. She's an oath breaker. Though the curses themselves are upkept by the gods, and of course, the Valkyries. Sorry,
The Furies?
the Furies.
Furies.
My brain
Furies.
just went full Valhalla for 1 second. I don't know why.
I mean, it could be both.
You've
Maybe
got
the bad
2018
guys-
God of War
It's the same
going.
thing,
Yeah.
exactly.
You got
the
2018
bad
God of War
guys.
going. You got your Greek gods, you got your Norse gods.
Exactly.
Just mush them all together, and it's fun, and we're good.
You're just
We're in an
excited for the new
episode-
God of War coming out.
Exactly. Plus,
We're
the
in an
guy who
episode
wrote
of
Odyssey of
Xena.
the Dragonlords is coming out with a
Right.
yeah. Anyway,
The Norse
Norse,
one.
yeah.
Yep,
yeah,
yep,
nobody
yep,
cares
yep,
about
yep.
that. We're watching Light of Thylea. I just don't know why she would do this. She would lose power. She would become an Oathbreaker, and the curse would land upon her. It makes no sense. Why would you do this?
So we
She's
learned
psycho,
from
so.
we learned from a semi-reliable source that she did not return to the Nether Sea.
That would make sense.
So maybe this is something she's been plotting, and she thinks she has some kind of secure location where she can dodge the Furies.
But that's impossible. The Furies have the power to find anyone, anywhere. The most severe violations of oaths are immediately judged upon, executed by the Furies. It happens.
I don't
practically
pretend to
instantaneously.
understand any of that stuff, but a millennia-old Titan might think she knows something that the rest of us don't. Whether she's right or not, I don't know. But
We did try a couple of our resources to see if we could get a better grasp of where she might be. None of it worked, but she's a Titan, so that's not very surprising.
She would-
Irritating, frustrating, not surprising.
She would certainly not allow you to be spying upon her, but there is another possibility.
what?
Go on.
I just said that.
Yeah.
It's echoing in here. Either Lutheria has found a way to hide herself from the Furies, which are rumored to be the daughters of Thylea herself, which I doubt, because Thylea is the mother goddess that had given her lifeblood to bring Lutheria about in the first place. Alternatively, what if she is in the clutches of the Furies now? She would be imprisoned, of course.
So you're saying, let me. I'm thinking through a lot of different angles here all at once.
Please,
So bear
yes.
with me a second. You're saying that, or you said rather, that when she attacked Valus, it wasn't just that she like popped up out of the floor and killed Valus and disappeared. It was like there was a bit of an event around it. It took some time. Yes.
Yes.
So she probably actually did that first, and then quickly snatched Pitor, because that was a snatch and grab if there was ever a snatch and grab.
Yeah.
That explains how she was able to get both of them. She got to Pitor before the Furies got to her for killing Valis.
Vulcan said something concerning. He said that you saw Luteria grab into Pitor.
Yeah, I was
Pretty
gonna
sure she
mention
took
that.
his soul with her.
Yeah, so
I'm
she's
willing
with
to
the
bet she did
Furies
the same with
now.
Valis.
And you see the blood kind of drain from the very pale face of this elf as he turns towards the sarcophagi. And you can see that the severed head of Pitor kind of rests uncomfortable, far away from the rest of the body inside of the sarcophagus.
Didn't we try and fix that? Didn't we try and stitch that back together?
I will say that if you guys did, which I don't remember you guys doing, but let's assume that you had tried a mending cantrip or something on this new object.
No, I think
objectifying
someone
Pitor.
tried to. I think someone tried to cure wounds and it didn't work because he was dead.
That's what it was. Yeah, I don't have mending prepared at the moment.
But let's assume that they did, and they tell you about it. Is that it seems that no magic is able to stitch this back together, make it good again, heal it, or at least mend it. Yeah, you see a lot of like peel back. But as you kind of look,
Why
down,
is there like a thumb indent on the side of his head?
don't worry about this, okay? I was very, very desperate. But
there's just a ribbon tied around his neck.
isn't there a story like that?
Is that
There is.
dried
there is.
mud?
No. That means that he looks between the two bodies, the two sarcophagi. Oh, I need to sit. He kind of collapses next to the sarcophagi, holding on. They will not resurrect. They will not come back to us this time.
Yep, probably not until we figure
until
it out.
not until we kill the bitch queen.
I mean, maybe there's a way that we can free their souls. I mean, I don't know this magic stuff, like, but maybe you two know, like, if like we kill this area and she releases it, then they would resurrect.
We don't know where she is now, I suppose. She has not returned to the
We're
Nether
still
Sea.
working on it.
Yeah,
We're still working on it.
We find her, right? Hopefully Sidon can help us find her, and then boom, we take care of her.
It's very possible that this might push Sidon over to helping us deal with her. It's not impossible.
I'm worried that this is going to undermine everything that you have been working on. Valis
Probably.
has been keeping me in, well, a little bit of an inner circle of advisors. She mentioned that during your summit you had promised a potential alliance. And you can tell that he seems to kind of like try to insinuate we shouldn't really talk about that too openly.
Yeah. It definitely rearranges some of our priorities.
Well, it might
There was
take
a lot of
some-
stuff we were trying to do, but now top of the list is going to be killing Lutheria, so...
The problem with this is... Well, you know the problem.
Okay.
This is bad.
Can we go somewhere less public?
He kind of looks and moves his chin, and you see another acolyte kind of step over as he says, "Please bring the sarcophagi into the ground mausoleum." The acolyte is confused, like, we
Oh, gotcha.
we
Okay.
usually keep the bodies here for... Yes, for this time, we're going to protect the bodies until the resurrection is complete. Understood, Dragon Speaker. Takes the things as multiple acolytes kind of move, start lifting up the sarcophagi as they're carried downwards. Aesop starts leading the way towards the palace. Kind of like in the throng of the Ahuras, people kind of split apart from you all. People start kind of reaching towards you, saying, "What happened? What happened?" And a little child kind of runs up next to you, and goes like, the god's dead. What happened?
Well, that was
Yes.
a kid.
No, they're just taking a rest, sweetie. They'll be back.
Do they still protect us?
Of course they do.
Okay. You promise?
Only if you behave.
Only if you behave.
Okay, I will behave. Can I pet your dragon?
Of course, of course.
Careful, she bites.
Oh.
She only bites bad people.
Which is
You can
why
see the
have to
wheels turning, and the
behave.
kid has like, am I a bad person? Is she gonna bite me? She kind of hesitates for a second. I'm gonna roll for that one, and
It's the true test. If
She's
the dragon bites you, you're a bad person.
okay, thank you. And she starts running away.
The kid's gonna grow up and be a villain.
100%. Never gonna trust anyone ever again.
We're gonna need
hate
something to do once we
dragons
deal
for the rest
with
of
all
their
this
life.
stuff, right?
It's fair. It's fair.
I mean, everybody needs a reason to come out of retirement, right?
Adventurers just plant these seeds, just go into a village, murder everyone except one child, just so that they have future BBEG. Like, yeah.
Yep.
Did you cover yourself in your mother's blood to avoid us? No, go do that now.
Here's this demon summoning spell. I don't know if you might want it. Like, you never know if you could, find use out of it.
Here's
We're
a
just gonna
random
leave that
sword.
here
It's
in
just
this
a hilt.
unlocked
Don't
box.
poke it into your forearm. Things are gonna happen. Just here you go.
Like
Yeah.
spoilers.
Nobody knows what we're talking about.
No, nobody's seen that.
Either you know or you don't.
Exactly. If you know, you know.
That's why I didn't say light spoilers for what. So now everybody who doesn't know is like,
What light spoilers? And then they're gonna spoil for themselves by googling, and then it's not my fault. Yes.
Right,
Okay.
I could just see all the people Googling sword into forearm.
Why does that sound so wrong? Anyway, as you guys are walking down, up the Ahura back towards the palace itself.
oh no, I wanted to have a private conversation with
With Aesop.
Aesop.
Yeah. Aesop is leading you guys towards the.
Oh,
palace.
okay. I
And
gotcha.
he kind of like
Somehow I
leans
missed
over
that.
and says, I don't trust anyone in the temple currently. Apologize. After the attack by the demons, we haven't been able to find them all, but somebody brought some kind of crate into the temple which released the demons.
You don't know who?
Not as of yet. Not everyone was accounted for, and we assumed that some people had been. Well, they are now gone. Thank you for coming back to Mitros. The city needs you now more than ever. Keeps
Fortunately,
walking.
I don't think it's just the city.
I know, my young friend. I know. You guys, if you want to address anything before you get to the palace, otherwise, after some time walking, you ultimately get back to the palace. There you can see the Centurion force has been quadrupled. Multiple squads of soldiers are walking by. As you guys get close, you can see a dragon circling top one, starting to get lower. Thunders overhead and by you to get a closer look. Two squads approach you, kind of jogging. Halt! What are you? Oh, Princess Brisa. We have terrible news. The Queen. As Aesop kind of goes, I already told them. Oh, I imagine we will send word to the king. You, walk with them, protect them. We will run ahead to give word of your arrival. As that squad just runs ahead of you guys. You see the soldiers look towards you. And as you walk along these rows, many people look concerned, frightened, unsure what to do. You walk into the halls, your footsteps echoing, in a place that feels much more empty than it did before. Certain luster gone. You arrive in the throne room where there's a throng of advisors. It's almost like vultures around a corpse, with Augustus having his head in his palm, just rubbing his forehead from the frustration. You can see that there's dried blood upon his hand still, places where he seems to have missed washing it off. What you don't notice is the usual Amazon honor guard that usually exists around the throne. As you approach, It seems the Centurion has arrived and kind of announced as people starting to kind of filter out, moving away. You can see the entire nobility of Mitros squeezed into this hall, making it feel crowded. As people push away from you, chatter and whispers going back and forth. Estrella, with your incredibly high perception, passive perception, and you, Yanni, too, you both hear words of, "We are cursed. We have to give in. No, it is time. The Titans will rise." "Oh, I think it was probably her doing. She's a Titan spawn after all. She probably killed Pitor." As you guys get to the front of the throne, Acastus looks upon you with weary eyes, but a small smile spreads across his lips as he looks tiredly towards you, Brissa. Welcome back. I wish it was under better circumstances. I believe you know the details.
We are where?
I would
We're
like...
sorry for your loss. For the loss to all of us, but your personal loss as well.
Yes. Thank you, Yanni. I appreciate that. Everyone! As with that, the hall kind of like stops their chittering and chattering, hearing, as said, total silence seems to ring through. I am going to take an hour recess and then continue to hear your concerns. We have the light of Thylea with us, their members unharmed from their recent adventure. They are here to protect Mitros against any other meddling by the Titans or anyone else who would seek the downfall of our great city. Rest assured in their ability to be our spear and shield against our enemies. For Mitros! And you do see people kind of nodding, some other people kind of like a little bit more looking at the situation like they don't really believe what the king has to say. Please, I would like you to tell me what happened with my wife's brother. Follow me. It's back behind, and you see multiple centurions kind of turn towards. And as you guys are this close, you notice that there are a couple spots upon the throne where blood was tried to be wiped away, but it kind of just got into the creases, also dried. You guys walk into one of the audience chambers that offshoots the sides of the throne room. One of these, very similar to the one that you regularly saw Valis in, conducting the day-to-day affairs of running Mitros' kingdom. The king kind of steps towards the back of the chair, end of the long table, pushes it out for himself, and just collapses. Aesop kind of looks between all of you and kind of steps forward and just puts a hand on the king's shoulder.
Brissa will do the same, just like give him a hug, I guess.
And as you do, he just starts to sob. Deep, shivering sobs of utter pain, and tears start to streak down his bronzen face.
I guess we'll recap the story that happened.
I'm sorry. It is unkingly of me.
I think it's okay to cry. I don't think anyone here is going to tell. You know, I think you're perfectly safe in this room. It's a safe space.
Thank you. I have very few advisors that I trust. Would ever trust, even with the idea of this, so thank you. As you kind of like go through everything towards the end, he goes, so, Isab, you're saying that my wife is... she's dead?
I mean, we
Yes,
don't really
Your
know quite.
Highness. The soul is, as far as I understand, the capability of resurrection magics. And Yanni, Estrella, maybe the two of you know more, but I believe that as long as her soul is with Luteria. I understand. You do not have to sugarcoat it. This means that we need to kill Luteria. Yes.
Which has been on our long-term goals list for some time, so
Yes, 100%.
we're just moving it up a bit.
Still believe that this will complicate things with her husband, Sidon. If I'm being honest, I have a mind of calling off our alliance altogether.
This might actually push Sidon to help us deal with her. He's created weapons specifically to destroy her in the past because he's been concerned about her.
What?
There's a history there. And if she's gone rogue, as some of them say, kids these days, they he might, things were coming to a place where I think he was going to be good, at least for a while. And now she might have screwed that up for him. He might be done with her at this point.
I mean, he wasn't even against the idea at the summit of us taking care of her, right? It was more of his children that got super upset about it. So
Specifically the boy.
yeah, exactly.
Boy.
So yeah.
Galeos. He must have
Yeah.
warned her.
I mean, he might have. Yes,
Probably.
I could see that.
Why this? Why this now? Aesop kind of goes, Your Highness, we thought of two different scenarios, potentially. Either Luteria knows how to, well, hide herself from the Fury's eye to avoid the consequences of her breach of the oath. Alternatively, the Furies might have Luteria. What does that mean? What are they going to do to her? Well, I don't know. I'm sorry. I think that, generally speaking, those who break oaths are eternally, well, imprisoned by the Furies. So she might be, or may become, a prisoner of the Furies. Yes, Your Highness.
She took Valis and Pitor with her.
So she has made it so that our recourse is to attack the Furies themselves, to exact vengeance upon her?
I mean, we don't know yet, right?
We-
Yade said he was going to do he was going to talk to the Furies. He has a close relationship with one of them.
You do?
I'm just.
What are you smoking?
Yeah.
And why didn't you share?
That's not a bad idea, though. Technically, Valis and Pitor were collateral in whatever Lutheria was doing, so they technically don't belong there with her. So maybe we could just negotiate them out of there.
I agree. I think we should approach them at least. It's a minimal, right? Just say, hey, do you guys have Lutheria? If you do, can we talk? Because she has taken two gods with her, and you guys have her, type thing. We can obviously. I know you have to compact it a little bit.
We may want to do a little more research. I'm not saying no to that, but we may want to do a little more research.
You were anyone else, I would laugh you out of this room. But you're not just anyone. You are the light. Can see now why Valus put so much stake in you. Please, anything you need. Anything to bring her back. I beg of you. Thank you for telling me what happened. And he kind of pushes the chair back and gets back up. I need to make sure that the kingdom remains as she is away. And Brisa, I believe we should have a talk at some point. I think many consider the succession to be of question now. I think it is time that we make an official announcement that is going to solidify our bond. In case
But that won't happen. But I can go with you and help you if you need and support you.
You know, I think that would be good. I think you would be able to show the strength and future of Mitros. I would like that. And you might learn a thing or two about statesmanship.
All right, well, let's go talk to the people.
Thank you all for allowing me to steal away your companion. Thank you. And with that, he walks out of the room. As Aesop just kind of breathes in heavily, breathes out, goes, all right. Well, what next?
Can we speak freely here?
I would imagine so. Most of these rooms are protected against divinations.
Did you guys tell Lyra about the carvings? Because she wouldn't have seen those.
You were there in the morning, so yeah, we probably would have done it while Yana was doing a circle.
Guess maybe we should tell Aesop if we're gonna tell anyone.
Might not be a bad idea. But before we get there,
Yeah.
so you know more of the history of, well, frankly, everything than anybody else I know, I think. So I have some questions that we probably should have asked a while ago, but that didn't seem as pertinent at the time.
Certainly, anything that helps.
Do you know why the Five and the Dragonlords and their people came here in the first place?
Well, you see, I don't have the answer to this. My husband told me that they came from a faraway land, many of the others, like I did originally. We were on voyages that most of us barely remember. We found ourselves washed up on the shores of Thylea, suddenly beset upon by a rather fake creatures, gods that hated us, for merely existing. So as to why, I don't know. Maybe it was the intervention of the Five. Maybe Mitros wanted to make it right. See, one of my theories that I've developed over the centuries is that Mitros might also be a child of Thylea, a lesser known one. But it simply just does not seem to figure out. It appears that the Five, and I mean, I could never ask Mitros herself, they're incredibly guarded on this subject whenever I try to interview them over the years.
Okay. Was it? Did you know? And if you knew, was it in any way common knowledge that Pitor was in a, I don't even know the right way to say it, short of basically he was all but married to a dragon?
Vitor. No, never.
Hexia.
Yeah, may have been the one that got killed.
Vitor and Hexia. No, never. No. The reason that I asked you to speak to Hexia is because, well, if anything, she arrived with the original dragons. Helios did too. That's why I figured as some of the most ancient dragons upon this land, and with no remains, unlike Balmitria, they would know what happened to the other four.
Wait, is Balmitria the only one of the originals that died?
As far as we know, yes. And her remains
Didn't
are
know that.
in the necropolis.
How many original dragons were there?
Well, including Helios and Hexia, 7.
Okay. I was gonna start pairing off the gods with the dragons to see who might have dated who.
Well, no. Hexia, in fact, well, as you know, she was a green dragon, but from what my husband used to tell me, Hexia was raised with the other dragons, and so she was turned to good. She grew up with the ideals of the metallic dragons instead. In fact, well, at one point she was in love with one of the dragons of the Dragonlords. The formidable mount herself. She never took it either. Helios was too proud to do so either, but Balmitria and her children did.
I'm grasping at straws a little bit here. But she very much seemed to, like, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but the impression I got was that whatever she and Pitor had was not just a fling. It was something like long-term and pretty serious, right?
Yeah. I wasn't there, but yeah.
And you're telling me that she was in love with another dragon.
One of her, I suppose, stepbrothers, in a way. One of
A love
Balmitria's actual
triangle.
children.
The
A dragon
gods masquerading as dragons?
Sorry, say that again.
Or the gods masquerading as dragons, or at least Pithor. At least at times.
Never? No. What? No.
I mean, logistically, it probably would have made sense if he turned into a dragon, because a dragon with a dragon would be more.
Yeah, I already passed up the opportunity to say something about if a Castus knew about being sloppy seconds to a dragon. But anyway,
No. This, you see, when the Dragonlords arrived, there were many dragons that were brought upon ships as well, and then during the First War, Sidon went through systematically and killed them all off. It wasn't until some years later that the gods descended from the skies and the oath happened.
So wait. The gods weren't here at the outset physically,
No.
but they were still known.
No. The gods appeared towards the end of the First War. Just small time before the Oath of Peace.
Are the gods dragons? Like, not just masquerading, but are they dragons?
Well, but there were dragons before that, right?
Yes. But then Sidon killed them all, or at least we thought so. Until Castus brought new dragons about. And now there are reports that I don't understand. That there can't be. but they are clearly gods. No, the dragons of the Dragonlords, they were mortal. They were killed by Sidon one by one after the other, and I saw their corpses, not of the originals, but except for Balmitria's corpse. Balmitria is dead.
What if Balmitria is Mithros?
Yeah, Mitros is gone.
I saw the 5 gods descend from the sky. I saw the stars turn.
So Mithros came down and turned around and went right back?
Yes.
Well, nothing a little illusion couldn't accomplish.
Well, there's technically more dragons than there are gods, so it doesn't necessarily mean every god and
Valid,
every dragon were the same.
Although we did find out about Narcissus recently.
That's true. There could be more gods.
Have you heard of Narcissus?
The god? Yes. Well, there are stories about him.
The last time we were here, Valis asked us to
Wait.
basically check on him because apparently last she knew he was living in a region. And she didn't want him caught up in this war.
Balmitria had one more spawn. Spawn that was never part of the Dragonlords, for he refused to fight.
Because he didn't want to get uglied up?
Wait, I'm trying to do math. I'm bad at math. How many kids did Balmitria have?
Balmitria had 4 children.
Okay. 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 And we know of 6 gods, counting Narcissus. Mitros is gone.
Balmitria's broodmate was the other. Oh, Vulcan, are you? No, this can't be. Why would they not tell us? In all of these years, why would they keep this from us?
Oh yeah, I suppose we could just ask Vulcan.
I don't know if he's in much of a chatty mood right now. He's not
Yeah,
the
well-
chattiest of guys when he's in a good mood.
We don't have time to not be in a chatty mood right now, so.
Yeah, but I saw him pink you across the room, and I don't really want to be on the receiving end of one of those.
I'll do it.
Okay.
He binked me once.
What? I hate to do this to you, David, but what's Rhodus' reaction to all this?
He seems to be, if anything, just checked out. It seems like that seeing
that's
his
fair.
father die was moving to him in a way that is hard to for you all to read. Estrella, go to make me an insight check. You're probably the only one who might even be able to make this one.
So there's Hexia, Helios, Balmitria, and Balmitria's 4 kids.
And Balmitria's broodmate. There was another one.
Okay. Okay. Clearly Hexia isn't one of them. Because
Hexia was essentially a stepchild. It sounds like that Hexia was an adopted child of the brood.
right, so Hexia isn't one of the gods if the gods are dragons. We know
Hexia's
that
a
now,
fucking
especially
titan.
because Hexia died.
Well, so did Valis.
But in two different places. 2 different places.
Estrella, as you look upon, he's turned towards his mother, and he's not even listening to anything that's happening. It seems like he's just talking with her. And you tune in, and you can just surmise over the weeks that you've traveled with this man and get to know him better. In the beginning, nothing was more important to him than recognition, being seen for the first time, actually appreciated to exist by the one person that meant the world to him, Peter. And now that man not only is dead, but in that process he had proved himself to be worthless, a drunkard, someone who couldn't even manage a city, who fathered who knows how many other children, who knows how many other Rhoduses do exist out there. in all this time, Rhodas deep down probably had tried to just move on with the thought that his mother was dead. That was the original thought that had even driven him towards becoming a bestiary in the first place. But now here she is, alive. And if anything, you see a relaxation in his shoulders that wasn't there before. You see smile lines at the edges of his mouth that almost make you want to smile and tear up for that relationship between a child and their mother. You understand? In one fell swoop, Brodus lost everything, but he gained everything. What do you say or do, Estrella?
He's talking to his mom right now.
Yeah, it seems like they're kind of going back and forth, and there's a little bit of a lull now where they're just kind of like their hands are kind of interlaced. They're kind of sitting down on some benches, turned towards each other.
Yeah, I think Estrella doesn't want to like interrupt them because obviously they just probably have a lot to talk about and do, but she notes it and is just kind of paying attention to what the others are saying.
So yeah, Yanni, as you kind of look over, maybe you're a little bit shocked, if anything, to see that Rhodas doesn't seem to care. If you are right, then Valmitria was Mitros in disguise, but died somehow, or maybe... But what I don't understand is the gods have performed actual miracles. If it's just the gods in disguise, they pretend to be gods.
So say you can't be a god and a dragon. I mean, Hexia did a whole lot of magic bad stuff.
If I hadn't already met gods and titans, you would not have. It would not have been a hard sell to tell me she was a god. Not at all.
But that means that the Titans are the true gods of Thylea, and the five, they're just pretenders. And
are they?
If they were just...
We don't know. There's still questions. Maybe they just decided to present themselves in a physical form that more resembles the people that needed them the most at the end of the war. Maybe that's all that is. Maybe they are gods, but they are dragon gods or something. I don't pretend to know.
Do you want some wine from the Horn of Balmitria? You seem
Yes,
like you
please.
could use some stress
Thank
relief.
you. I would just go glug, 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 and he just like starts to just absolutely drink it like it's water.
You guys go ahead. I'll trips it this time.
It could just be wine. It doesn't have to be hallucinogenic wine.
But as Aesop kind of drinks and sets the horn back down, he looks upon the horn of Balmitria for a long
don't think
time
about
after.
it. I pull it back. Don't think about it. Just
I think. God, I had other questions and I just don't even know what they were anymore. Oh, do you know? Because it seems like there was some lopsidedness between what the gods could do and what the titans could do. Do you know what the exact terms of the Oath of Peace were?
I mean, only insofar as what is known to everyone.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to look
So
at
Damon
the
is
actual
the
official
only
terms of the Oath of
Damon
Peace.
is the only non-signatory that would know all the details then. At least if the rumors are true that he's the one that crafted it. He probably knows a lot more than just that too.
were all the dragons part of the Oath of Peace, or just the 5 and the Titans? And the
Just the 5
Dragonlords?
gods and the Titans. They're the ones who struck the Oath of Peace.
Wonder if that means we could get Narcissus to go stabbing some bitches. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
uno momento. Who has the bag of holding? Lyra?
Yeah.
I walk over to Lyra. I go, maybe we should not let you carry this if you got turned into stone. But then again, so did I. Who knows? Anyway.
Wow, okay. Who
I'm
was
just
the
like-
first person to get turned into stone? Excuse you.
Anyway. I dig in there, pull out the nomad. Any chance you heard any of that from in there?
No? What is it?
Were you still with Damon when the Oath of Peace was signed?
Yes.
Do you know anything about it?
I am sorry, but I'm not at the liberty to disclose that information.
I suppose that means you can't tell me whether or not the 5 gods are actually dragons either.
That is an interesting piece of thought you have there, Yanni.
Mm-hmm. That is kind of dodging a question.
Is it?
Isn't it?
Tis.
Anyway. All right. Of course, you guys are only hearing my side of all of it.
It's a one-sided phone call. Absolutely.
Because Yanni can probably talk to him telepathically, but he's just like, I don't know, I'm just gonna talk. Not gonna lie, he enjoys the fact that it weirds people out a little bit, just a little. I might have more questions later. And
I will be unable to escape this liminal space between existence and non-existence that you trap me in.
me? Oh, the bag.
Yes.
Yeah, I put you in there to keep you dry for the most part. There's no risk of you falling in the ocean right now, so yeah, I'm just gonna keep you right here, and I fish
I
the
would
little
appreciate that. I've been terribly
the little
out of the
sling
loop.
thing. Yeah, the little what Liam always referred to as Caleb's holsters. Fish that little thing back out, and
Oh, much better. More smelly, though. You really need to work on your personal hygiene.
Yeah,
Haven't you studied the prestidigitation spell yet? I've tried to teach you that many...
is that better?
Oh, that is so much better. And is that
All
a
right.
hint of sea breeze? Nice touch,
Of
Yanni.
course. Yes.
Fresh linen.
Tomorrow we're going with I don't know, I'll figure it out tomorrow. Anyway. All right. So,
Actually, hold that thought for a second. We have talked about, how does Rhodas feel, and he seems to be a little bit distracted. We certainly have heard how Yanni and Lyra feel about that. And Brissa, sorry that you ended up getting deleted out of the scene on that one. I am curious, though, Estrella, as the granddaughter of Sidons, what is going through your head with all of that?
I think Estrella's a little confused because she came in a little bit late and might not know what the Horn of Balmitra is, so she's staying quiet. But I mean, her opinion on all of this is that the gods, even if they are good, were not the original. Like, that, it's just a fact. Like, they were usurpers. I mean, they just were, because they were here first. That's her opinion. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing that they came is, But so, she's kind of just thinking like that they should just talk to Sidon about it. That he would probably know this stuff
Do you
if
say-
he's still alive and wasn't murdered by Lutheria.
Do you say that out loud?
I considered that.
Yeah, I didn't think
She's
about that
just
either.
listening. She's just listening right now. She's taking it all in.
Yeah, all y'all are playing like, checkers over here. Estrella's playing 4D chess.
Right.
Yeah.
She killed both sides.
Yeah, she's listening. She's gathering all information. And it's particularly interesting that Acastus made the comment that, what did he say? I forget. But yeah, she's just listening. She's listening to everything and everyone's opinions.
Here, have the horn back. This is a piece
I do think we
of
probably would have
Odyssey.
explained to Estrella what the Horn of Balmitria was before we went on that second trip that she was part of.
Marissa, for your benefit,
floating that.
the Horn of Balmitria is literally the horn of a dragon, of Balmitria, which was a silver dragon ridden by the leader of the Dragonlords. So she was like the oldest, most badass of all the dragons. And she had a brood of 4 dragons that were also used as mounts for the most part. And her brood mates, another male dragon that also was the father of these other ones. Turns out, they had an adoptive child that was Hexia, the green dragon you guys had just fought. Anyway, Balmitria is dead. The rest of the group has traveled to a place called the Necropolis, where the bodies, the corpses of the Dragonlords lay embalmed. And this Daemon guy that they keep talking about is not our Daemon, but in fact a lich that actually was an original wizard that actually had traveled with Estor, that asshole ghost that had come up, the most brutal, the guy that killed all of the Geigans, Dragonlord. So this horn was made after she died. One of her horns was cut off. The rest of her was entombed at the necropolis, and this horn afterwards had magical powers. That's why when you drank it, there's some loopity-loopity stuff going on.
It makes me think of like a magical cornucopia, because it can create like food and wine and stuff.
That's exactly the allegory there.
But it also can make like a poisonous smoke screen that we've never used before. But it can do it.
That affects everyone.
Yeah, it's everybody. But yeah, basically magical cornucopia made from one of the original dragon's horns. And
And if you watch really close, anytime somebody else talks about Daemon, the character, I have a moment of, huh?
Yeah. The horn also, like your mom gave us the prophecy that we were the heroes, but the horn is what showed us what we needed to do. It basically, when you drink from it, you can have basically a hallucinogenic dream that like shows you possibilities, and it showed us the Ultros, and it showed us the Antikythera and like things that we needed to collect.
Yeah, it basically makes peyote.
Yeah, yeah, basically.
All right.
But we have it now. Aesop gave it back. We let him have it for a while.
As you guys stew on that for a second, we'll switch over to Brissa and Acastus so that you guys have some time to think about stuff. Brissa, you end up kind of walking up front, and you end up sitting in Valus's spot as
Too soon.
Yeah,
complaint after complaint is brought before you. It's mostly just people being extremely worried about, what is to come, what happens, that the gods are this vulnerable. Wasn't it that the gods put up the golden shields to shield you all from this? Like, how did any of this happen? What is this? Like, and Acastus does his best to try to like calm them down and give them a little bit of peace of mind, but you can tell that sometimes he kind of almost purposely pulls back to try to give you the opportunity to be, well, the regent that is very clear he is excited for you to be. So Brissa, as these concerns of the safety of Mitros, the future of it in Thylea, the gods and titans, the gods dying, the titans' wrath going to shatter the protections of Mitros, what do you say? What do you do? What do you think Brissa would do to try to assuage those fears?
I think Brissa will just try and comfort people, listen to their problems, right? And then, tell them that everything that while Valis might be gone for now, there are still plenty of people, the Dragonlords that are looking out for them and protecting their city, and that we will find the perpetrators of the attack and deal a swift and
this
decisive
elderly
attack.
human woman kind of steps forward. Clearly noble birth, perfectly straight back, perfectly manicured cuticles. She steps forward and she goes, "So, what you are saying is that you do not know who did this?"
We know, and we are in the process of locating them.
So who did this?
We will disclose that information at a time that is,
keeping
once we have all
information
the
from the people of Mitros. Oh, that is right. You see this kind of
we are just
pot-bellied
protecting
man,
you.
big old not pork chops, but mutton chops kind of going down. He's like, "Oh, that is right. We need to know whether we can continue trade. If Sidon is going to crash our ships again, I thought you had reached a peace. Did you not negotiate this?
It was not Sidon. We can assure you of that.
But who else could kill? Are you saying it is Luteria then?" "Yes, is that what you're saying?"
I guess just look towards the Castus and see if he's leading in a way of
Make me an insight check, Brissa.
right insight. Ugh, it's loading. Load faster. It refreshed on me for whatever reason. And oh god, I'm horrible at insight. Where is insight? There we go. Oh, 13.
Acastus looks at you, and there's the statesman face that he seems to be wearing, a kind of a poker face, so to speak, but you can tell just at the very edges of his mostly covered mouth there's a little bit of a smile. He's enjoying you having to deal with these nobles to try to understand how this politicking works, and he's actually waiting to see what choice you will make. Though you get the sense that he will back you up, but he's just letting you take the reins on this one.
That is our current suspect, yes, is Lutheria. And that is why, but we have reason to believe she is no longer in this realm at the same time. So, that is...
What do you mean?
I think it's pretty... She's not in this realm.
But Luteria is always in the Nether Sea. Everybody knows this. Where do the souls go? So who is now overseeing the souls of the dead?
That is something we will investigate, and we will report our findings after we investigate.
And
this has only been a short amount of time.
Yes, nods towards you as he kind of steps up. That is obviously a task that only heroes can accomplish. You can see why the Light of Thylea immediately returned with my heir-to-be, Brissa, Princess of the Crown. Brissa Arkelander will make sure that we will all remain safe, that the threat presented by Luteria will be addressed, and she will strike into the heart of the Titan for the crimes that would be committed against us, but for her protection. Go ahead and make me a persuasion check, Brissa, with advantage.
Decent at those. 23.
Hey.
You see
There we go,
people
yeah.
nod along and just kind of seem to genuinely be reassured by that. Even the two, naysayers kind of seem to kind of look towards each other and do a little bit of a curtsy bow towards you. As Akasa sits back down and the next petitioner step forward, he kind of leans over to you and goes, "That was very well done. I think it was good to tell the people that our enemy is Luteria. Maybe it is beyond time that we finally give the people the enemy they deserve. What do you think we should do with the Temple of the Titans?" But you know it's
Nothing
right
yet,
across.
because-
So let me hide a Cassis there for a second. So you know that this is the Temple of the Five Gods, and this much bigger one is dedicated to the Titans.
I think we have to talk to Sidon before we do anything, but make sure it goes untouched for now until we can talk to Sidon.
Yes.
We still need to maintain peace with him,
You're
and
supposed to-
we want peace with him.
You're supposed to have the meeting in 5 days. Yes.
Yes, so we're good to head out in 2 days here.
He kind of looks as he kind of waves for one of the Centurions to keep the petitioners back, so the guys have a little bit of a privacy bubble right where you are. What are you doing between now and summit? Second follow-up.
Don't think we had any immediate plans besides come back here and see what was going on. I think that was our plan.
Good.
Yes, and help out the people whoever we need.
Understood. Well, the help will be appreciated. Thank you. Next! As he kind of waves over, kind of looks over towards Hubris and says, I know this is terribly boring. Why don't you...
It's actually really exciting.
You like it? I don't know,
Yeah,
I see
I'll-
someone yawning in the background. Hey, you! Cat person, the tabaxi, bring them forward. They were yawning.
I'll stay with you for a while. I think my compatriots can handle like whatever they're going to do. And if they need me, they'll come get me.
Thank you. I really needed that help. Today of all days.
Fast forward 24 hours, we're talking to Damon in the necropolis, and somebody goes, "Wait, where's Brissa?"
But we do swivel back towards y'all. Aesop, at this point, excused himself, saying that I must return to the temple. There are some that I trust, and we need to look at the scripture. We need to get to the bottom of this. If your theory holds true, then... Anyway. I will see you.
You know what I learned? What we learned.
Thank you. He starts to walk off. Because you're still left now in this little side room. First, you see Aesop walk by, kind of give you... He seems extremely distraught. Like, you don't need an insight check to read that man's facial expression is... something significant in his life just broke apart. And... You know what? Let's make an insight check to see whether Brissa thinks it's just because he's upset about Valis dying, or because she realizes there's something more going on with him. You immediately
18.
realize, like, something doesn't add up. Like, he was certainly distraught that Valis might not be coming back, but this is beyond that. Whatever just went on in that little side room shook Aesop's world. And crushing those insight checks tonight, Brissa. Nice.
Cool.
The three of you, well, really five, Rhodus and his mom, are also there. We'll say Rhodus kind of goes up and he goes, I don't really know how any of this is important. I know Peter is a god. I'm god-blooded. I'm not a
You
dragon.
ever had
I've
the
never
urge-
turned into a dragon.
Never had the urge to breathe fire,
No,
even after spicy food.
no. I don't eat spicy food. It doesn't sit well with my tummy.
It's funny because we were like, what if you're part dragon? Because your dad was in love with a dragon, and then we were like, no, surely not. But now we're back to what if you're part dragon because your dad might have actually been a dragon.
Yeah. Kind of looks towards his mom, and his mom shakes her head as she goes, no, I never saw him as a dragon. But Hexia did speak of him lovingly. It occurred to me that what he and I had was a fling, and Though I became her prisoner, she treated me very well over the years. I started making up stories about Peter and his conquests, the things that I had read. I was a bit of a bard before I met him, and, well, he was Peter. One thing led to another. He flew me to the peak of Mount Vulcan, and there... Okay. We don't need any of the details of what happened up there.
No. Go ahead. I'm taking notes.
You were made. I don't need to know any of these, Mom.
You couldn't even say conceived. You had to just say made. That makes it sound even worse.
Oh, what is... It's just the act of two people loving each other.
Ugh.
Yes, Peter did have a phenomenal hammer. Mom! Ugh! Brothers kind of just walks away. What? Anyways, I can assure you there was no dragon that I slept with. That was a god. A god. No dragon. Though the story that you tell... Can dragons even do that? Hexia never turned herself into a woman.
I mean, like I said, it could be that the gods are dragon gods, not all the dragons. You know, like Hexia was adopted, right?
Right. Are you
So
saying
the way
it
I
was
see it,
just the blood of Palmitria then?
maybe.
That math still
I
doesn't
mean-
check out.
I mean, we don't know about Helios.
We've never heard of him. God or a dragon. Even Hexia did not speak of him.
We only recently found out about him. The way I see it, immediate next step to get some answers here. We have two options. Try to track down Vulcan and see if he'll talk to us. Or go back to the necropolis and talk to Damon, and hopefully he'd talk to us. I don't have any way of knowing. And I'm not going to do ascending in this case because I want him in a good mood when we talk to him, and he told me not to do that again.
So instead, we're just gonna barge into his house, yell for him until he shows up.
I don't know about barge.
All of you. I think I'm going to take Mom home. You can do the thing, you know.
She can meet your fiance.
He kind of gets a little bit shy, flushes up a little bit. She goes, fiance? Well, I mean, it was a trade. You see, we needed some coin. You sold yourself to marriage for coin?
With an oath.
We needed, you know, a little bit of extra juice at the Great Games. You did this at the Great Games? You got...
And we still lost.
And you still lost? After all of that? She's pretty. Feisty. I think you're gonna like her.
Kind of takes after his dad. A little bit of the man whore thing going on.
Okay, you need to keep it... Oh, Mom, no. I don't need you to talk about my thing, please. Anyway. I know this is probably not what you all want to hear. I'm not going to die again. I don't. I will not. Nope.
Not even to try and rescue your dad's soul?
Yanni, you can see just a bitter grimace starting to spread across Rhodus's face. Peter did not care about me. And even when I proved myself to him, he still did not care about me. Not really. The only thing he's ever cared about was himself.
The last thing he did was bring you back to life.
Huh.
Literally the last thing he did. Like, you didn't see the rage he flew into when you died. It was a whole other level.
I didn't because I died. Because
that's
a
my point. You
dragon
didn't see it.
that I thought had killed my mother adopted her for years. Decades that I did not have with her. And she was there the entire time. You can't tell me that my father, a god that knows everything, didn't know that? And let her be there as a ramped up slave to her this entire time.
Maybe he couldn't face either of them, much less the two of them together. Plus, he was drunk all the time. I'm not saying he was a perfect dad by any stretch of the imagination. But look, you do what you need to do, man. But just... And, you know, having been dead once myself, I totally get that. Not wanting to do it again. I'm right there with you. Don't want to do it again. But I'm telling you, when you went down this time, please don't leave here thinking that your father didn't care about you. He might not have for most of your life, but once he got to know you, he definitely cared.
Oh, did someone bring some chili in here or something? Listen.
Sorry, it's this sea breeze scent that I'm trying out.
Could you
It's probably got something
tone it
allergic
down?
to
Yeah,
it.
it's a lot. It's a
Yeah,
lot.
sorry. My bad.
Neither of those things. You know what?
I'm sorry. I just need to. I need to make sure she is safe this time, and the only way I can do this is to be there. Everything I've done has been to prepare myself to avenge her, and she's alive. She's here. She kind of grabs Rhodus's chest there a little bit. She goes like, "Now we'll stay here."
Okay, I mean, we've definitely got some stuff we can do the next couple of days without you, for sure. Go spend time with your mom. And I'll check in before we set sail. Okay? And see how you're doing. And if you want to come with us, you come with us. And if you need more time, you need more time. Okay?
We're going to. Yanni, can I actually ask you for a favor?
Oh,
As my bodyguard, one last time.
yeah, what you need?
Can you teleport us to Astoria? Please.
Yeah, not a problem.
Thank you.
Do we want to go to Astoria to shortcut to the mines, to the forge, to see if we can talk to Vulcan?
I did want to stop by Agalia's real quick and see if she had found anything yet, but we can wait if we need to go now.
I mean, we'll be coming back here either way in the next day or so. So I doubt she's gonna, sell it out from under you in a day.
Yeah, no. We can go to Astoria.
Okay.
I don't think
Lyra,
there's anything else.
you would think that it probably hasn't been enough time to try to restock things. Though, now that you guys have more coin, you might be able to put in extra orders for things that you might want. To give her more time to procure.
Wasn't there some stuff that was like, ooh, that'd be nice if we can afford it, or did we already get all of that?
I don't remember.
I thought we did get it. I think it
I
was
thought we got
Now
most of
Now I'm
it.
conflating what I've
I
seen
did
in the
buy
scores in all the different games that I'm playing in. I'm like, wait, where was that thing? Oh, where was this thing? Too many games.
Yeah,
Is there such a
I
thing?
did buy the quarterstaff,
Yeah, I think that was the only thing that was really left.
and you
For
got.
some reason, I was
most
thinking there was a
your-
wand, but that might be in my Friday game. That there's a cool wand that we can't afford.
I think
Yeah,
it was there,
so-
but I thought when we went back it wasn't there anymore. Like I had refreshed or stuff. But I mean, maybe it's there. I don't know.
I don't know. I just need her to hurry up and get me that magic component that I need.
Any reason we don't go now? Other than we should probably telecast this. And I guess send word to Aesop. Anybody?
I mean, I think most of our other plans that we had involved Valis.
Yeah. I might need some wine tonight, boys and girls. Girls mostly, I guess. And really big boy.
Try talking to Valis.
Hmm?
If you have questions about things, you could try talking to Valis.
I don't know how to talk to the dead.
Oh, but I can do it. If you think of questions for her, maybe.
I mean, the biggest one is where she got you trapped. Holy moly.
Does it work if they don't have a soul? That sounds so morbid. I don't want to say it out loud. I take it back.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the necromantic arts, and I've never really looked into that much at all.
Estrella, you would know that indeed it's in fact that you don't speak with the soul, you speak with the corpse. It draws from the memories that the corpse have accumulated over their lifetime. Which is one of the reasons that the limitations of the spell is that you cannot ask it to pontificate or speculate on future events. It only has knowledge up until the moment that the corpse turned into that.
Raw.
So
It's a good idea.
maybe we should ask her, do you know who brought the crate in?
That's true. Are you a dragon?
Are you a dragon, right? Why were
I'm
you
not
so
sure if
picky
that's-
to Estrella the whole time?
In Australia,
Yeah.
you'll be the one who asks all of these questions. So yeah, this will be salty time.
Hello, Valos.
Hello from the other side.
We can think about it. It does not have to be now. There is no time limit.
Sorry. I just read through the spell and I'm thinking about the fact that they don't have to be honest if they consider you an enemy.
Hello,
I'd
Valis.
wager that extends to,
Hello,
or if they don't want to
Estrella.
reveal a truth, whether
No,
they
it's
like
just-
it or not.
You want
It's
us to
just
bring
if
her
you're-
back, you should
just if
maybe
you're
stop being a
hostile or an
bitch.
enemy.
Her choice. I really don't care. In fact, probably would be better for me if she didn't come back, to be honest.
Wow,
saying.
I wouldn't say that too loud around here.
Why? I want Brisa to be the queen.
If you give me a little time, I can do it eventually.
I don't want to have to explain stuff to people about how you got dropped on your head by a dragon or whatever it's going to take to make them not want to hurt you for saying that about their recently deceased queen and goddess. Okay.
They already hate me, Annie. Have you not seen the way they look at me?
I think right now people are in a bad place around here. I don't know that you should take that quite so personally as it seems like it's intended. They're grasping, they're looking for somebody to blame.
Sure, I will try not to take it personally that they think that I had something to do with killing their queen. I will try.
They don't know you, Estrella.
No,
All they know, I'm not even sure how it became common knowledge, stupid bard, is that you're a granddaughter of Sidon. That's all they know. They don't even care that you're with us. In that, or at least the ones who are complaining. They're fixated on the connection to Sidon.
They do not hate my mother.
They might.
Yeah, that's not necessarily true.
If she were walking in front of them instead of you, they might have said the same damn thing.
People are dumb.
Angry and grieving ones probably even more so. The important thing is the people who know you, who actually know you, have no doubt.
You mean the four of you?
Sure.
I mean, you
And-
were with us, so in order for you to have pulled this off while you were with us fighting Hexia, it would be
It's not
way
even that.
crazy.
That's in there. I
Well, thank you, Lyra.
You're-
Thank you.
You're the one who wanted to make peace between the gods and the titans. That was your idea. You were the one that brought that forward. If that was the beginning of a long game to turn around and assassinate gods, bravo. But I don't think that's what you were doing.
40 chess, man. 40 chess.
Well, anyway, I can do that if we decide we want to.
Gosh, I don't want to make Ro wait.
Yeah, I mean, she's probably not going anywhere.
You know what?
Anytime
We can.
soon
I can.
either,
I can
so-
buy plenty of more chalk. I can just send Ro and his mom through, and we can go later if we got some other stuff we want to do around here first.
I'm gonna say to Rhodas, in his head, he'll hear. Wait, do I have to say message out loud, or is that
You
no,
can
right?
whisper it.
If
You
you
do?
ever sent me a DM, you can send me a DM.
I mean, technically, you
Drama.
whisper a message, but no one else hears it.
Okay. Yeah. I will say, Rhodas, you must do what your heart tells you is right.
Can you respond?
Yeah.
He will
Respond
say,
to this message.
I think you've been one of the best friends I've ever had, Estrella. And I think we both have seen the death. that doing all of this can bring. I will keep Astoria safe. I will make sure my sister is safe, my mother is safe. It is what I need to do now. They're going to go after your father, I think. I don't know if I would even fault them. And he gives you a hard, long look on that one. At one point I was ready to kill him. I only stayed my blade for you. However, for you. Estrella. If you ever need anything, Astoria will always be open to you. And there's like a little bit of a nod that he does, like very, very minimally towards you. So one of the best aspects of him being a god was that he could just, blow things up or alter them whenever it was needed. Mom! Enough of this!
So he could turn into a dragon.
I mean, I suppose he could turn into a dragon. He's a god. He could probably do whatever he wants. I'm just saying he was never a dragon with me, though that would have been interesting.
Probably would have resulted
What?
in
No
injury.
mom for that comment? You even paying attention?
At this
now?
point, he's just like, la, la, la. You know, I'll tell you what, Yanni, make me a perception check as you say, what, no mom for this one? You see in that moment that Estrella and Rhodas just had some kind of a mental link thing going on. And you see like the end of that little bit of a nod. Mom! Enough. So are you ready, Yanni? I don't know if Mitros is safe, but I'm worried about the story more.
Mitros will be okay for right now. I can only do this one more time today, so if we don't go with them, we have to wait until tomorrow.
I'll make sure that everything is prepared for you by tomorrow. I'll speak with Honora.
Anybody else want to go through now? Okay. I will go to my spellbook page because I didn't put that one on my favorites. And
as you draw the chalk out once more, Fia does come up behind you, Rhodas' mom, because very clean chalk work. You're good at this. Very neat. Where did you train?
Mostly on my own, a little bit at the academy.
In autodidact. Very nice.
Also something of a polymath.
Ooh, very nice word. I haven't heard that very much recently.
Zoned out. Completely not in this conversation anymore.
As the magic goes active, is almost there. You look and nod towards Rhodas as he and his mom step into the circle. He kind of hesitates for a second and says, "I'll be right back," and runs out of the room, kind of jogging. And you're like, "God damn it." You haven't completed it yet, so the magic is kind of on, but not quite.
I'm like halfway through the last stroke, and I'm like...
as suddenly you hear the steps from behind Brissa. Rhodas kind of arrives behind the throne as the Centurions are kind of like looking towards you for whatever he's supposed to do, hold back. He's
just say that he could come forward. He's very confused.
And the Centurions both kind of nod as they back. This kind of goes down upon a knee, seeing, you know, the hundreds of people kind of before you starting to like come up and ask him questions. He's just like, listen, my mom and I are going to Astoria. Just wanted you to know I'm out, and I could have beat your ass any day I wanted to without that fucking belt. Just wanted to say, if you ever head down to take that belt off and you and I go again, I'll show you. But it was good to call you my companion, Brissa. I'm gonna miss it. I miss you.
She'll give him a hug and be like, I know you would try.
Okay, you don't have to show off your muscles. I know. Magic makes them real big. All juiced up. Don't let that dragon get too crazy. Also, don't believe them about the magic. Magic is bullshit. It's made up. You and I both know this, right? It's all here. It's all in the muscle. Magic is not real. It's just made up.
I agree, it's made up. It's phony.
See, that's what I've been saying. Acastus kind of gives him a look, and you see his eyebrow just like cocked, crazy, arcing, like, King, greetings from Astoria. I think I'm a general there, so I'm sure you and I will talk a lot, often. Honora is probably queen now, so see you soon. And he kind of waves his hand as kind of starts jogging off. Acastus just kind of looks over towards you, Brissa, like, what just happened?
We could talk about it in private afterwards.
Okay. As like Rhodas runs back through the door. Whew, okay, I'm ready. Mom, Yanni, all of you.
All right. See you tomorrow, probably.
As Rhodas and Ophea disappear in a flash magic. That's where we're going to take a quick break and pick it up afterwards. So 5 to 10 minutes. See you guys here very soon. And we're back. All right, so we left off before the break with the group, well, learning that Queen Valis, the goddess of wisdom, is also dead, interred currently at the Temple of the Dragonlords. Now, you also find yourselves reeling after hypothesizing that maybe the 5 gods were actually just some of the original Dragonlords' mounts that had come to Thylea. And because that was not enough emotional damage, you also are now dealing with the fact that Rhodus wants to keep his mom safe. Doesn't want to die again, wants to make sure that Honora is safe, and it sounds like just maybe finally make a home somewhere. Make a home in Astoria. The magic of the circle kind of ebbs away, and Yanni, what's going through your head here is you see the man that you were sworn to protect as his ever-living bodyguard disappears.
Yanni's a little bit bitter at Rhodus choosing to not see this through to the end, but at the same time, Yanni's happy that he found his mom, and he totally understands that he wants to spend time with his mom. He hopes it's not too much time, but if he could find his real parents, not his whatever the hell she is, he'd probably do something pretty similar. So he gets it, but at the same time, he's still got that little selfish streak. So it's kind of like, but now? So, yeah.
Light of Thylea. The rest of these days are yours. You know that the ship ought to arrive in maybe a day and a half. You know that, hopefully, maybe, who knows? Or is Tyler just giggling at the fact that he linked that in there? Get out of here. What would you guys want to do? You know that you have approximately 5 days until you're supposed to meet once again with Sidon. 5 days could mean a quick trip somewhere, teleporting back to Mitros thereafter. It could mean solidifying your politicking in Mitros. It could mean traveling to Astoria, to the Mithril mines, to try to shake down Vulcan for information. It could mean traveling to the Necropolis. What do you want to do?
The Necropolis was less than a day from Mitros, right?
Yeah. No, not Mitros, Astoria.
Oh, the Necropolis is close to Astoria. Okay. Yeah, it's only been like a year and a half. Forgive me for not remembering all the details. All right, so we've got until tomorrow morning at the earliest before I can get us to Astoria, and the 2 people I want to try and talk to are closer to there than here. What do we want to do while we're here? Do we want to go try and talk to Valis's corpse? God, that feels wrong to say.
I think I'm going to stay here while you guys go to Astoria and just be with the people and kind of like comfort them a little bit. I mean, you guys can go to Astoria and stuff like that, but I'm just going to stay here, right? And kind of, I don't want to appear like Blight of Thylea just appeared and now they're gone, right? Like I want to give them a little more presence and reassurance that we're going to protect them a little bit more, right?
Okay.
During that hard time. You're not going anywhere dangerous, right? You're going, nice places.
I mean, I was figuring on going back to the Necropolis to talk to Damon, but
There's just a few undead there. You guys could take care of that easily now. It'd be
yeah,
one spell.
And we were gonna go to the mountain. We could steal that crown that the guy has. It gives you an intelligence boost. I don't remember his name.
You sure we
could.
swore an oath for that one? To like be friends?
Did we? Was it maybe just you? Was it a just you oath? We gotta start categorizing these between us oaths and just you oaths.
I'm pretty sure that one is like kind of considered in the group oaths now.
Yeah, well, apparently we're also just breaking oaths. If I steal the crown, I could just end up where Lutheria is, and then we'll know.
But then you can't talk to us.
Yeah, well, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to take.
But then you're just God.
Well, no, we're headed there anyways. You guys would obviously come save me.
But I think we pass on that one.
I would be a mole on the inside.
Tyler's
But,
already
you know,
thirsting
locked up.
for his sexy elf
In a-
druid again.
In a cell. No, he's
Wait for
done.
Thylea.
A whole lot of shit happened in like an hour of his life. Oh. But we could bargain for it. We could kill all of his followers and then be like, now give us that. No.
But do you need it for some reason?
No, I just want it. It's just always been in the back of my mind since we let him keep it.
I mean, I think Yanni's smarter than him, so I think we're fine. I think he can keep it. He's a good ally if we ever need it. It might stink a little.
I mean, I don't know if being smart makes you a good ally necessarily.
Well, but they were good fighters, right? You know something? You know.
I mean, I wouldn't trust any of the people in the academy to really do anything useful other than have information in books.
Well, I'm going to stay here. So you guys going to the mountain and to the necropolis? You just have to make sure you make it back in time
Till
for us
tomorrow, I think.
Yeah, but you know we were planning on what you guys were going to do tomorrow.
I think that's pretty much it.
The
I
question
mean-
is, what are we going to do with the rest of today?
What
I
time is
guess-
it now?
I mean, it's lunchtime.
Yeah, you guys are being served dishes. You guys, like, this little side room has just been set up for you guys to dine and wine in. Yeah. Acastus is there as well. Most of the servants here kind of leave immediately. You
I
over
mean,
here a
since
little
we
bit.
didn't. Go ahead, David.
I was just going to throw out there too. You overhear a little bit of a conversation during the day. Briss said that Acastus is now looking for a replacement of the Amazonian guard, as they were slaughtered when Valis died, trying to protect her.
Oh, did any of them leave the birds?
The birds are destroyed, gone, disintegrated. But they
We
did
could
leave a
let-
note. It's just a drawing of a birdie.
Mm-mm.
Is it a drawing of a birdie or is it a drawing of a bird?
Right, because if,
Drawing of
if
a
it's a
birdie, yes.
birdie, it's just, you know. I mean, we could let. I had a thought, and then I don't know if I want to say it out loud now. I mean, we technically, we already know a group of Amazons who we've helped and would owe us a favor if we needed more Amazons to protect the palace.
I think that's a really bad idea. We should not do that. They're really like evil Amazons.
Yeah, well,
Well,
we
I mean-
thought other people are evil before, and now we're literally following them around and talking to noble people with them. So,
Did the Queen of the Amazon survive? Don't have her name.
Mm-hmm.
She did.
She did.
Yeah, she wasn't super happy with us because some people aren't the best diplomats in the world and think it's okay to take shots at the people that might be, you know, the queen of the Amazons.
And Darren is somewhere around here. I think is her name.
Darian is still there. Yep.
I think we should just we could replace the Amazon guards with Dragonlords. I don't think that's going to be that big of an issue. I think that if you said you want to go shopping, Lyra, why don't we go to the store and see if there's anything there, and then we could also just go sell some of those valuables that we got, right? We can make sure that that's all taken care of, and we can store some of those valuables on the ship, and then to make room.
Yanni needs more chalk.
Yeah, we can get to more chalk. Anything else?
Yeah.
Do you need anything, Estrella? Do you want to come with us? Do you want to have a shopping trip?
If you happen to find a goblet worth about 1,000 gold,
Yep.
that's got gems encrusted in it, that would be good.
You might have some art pieces that are worth that anyway.
Does it? I don't remember the spell. Does it specifically have to be a goblet? I think so.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what it says.
If there's an art piece that's worth 1,000 gold, we can just say that it was that.
Gem encrusted bowl.
Oh, a bowl. Right. I don't know if any of the...
And for some stupid reason, it's only good for one casting of a 6th level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a damn good 6th level spell, but
I don't...
That's expensive.
What spell are we talking about?
Hero's
Hero's
Feast.
Feast. Get it together, Alex.
He's like, Brissa has to lead a nation, damn it.
Brissa has to be a Castus's lapdog now that Valis is dead.
Wow. Yeah, we could afford that.
Yeah. Can we just say 4 of the random 250 gold items was actually one giant 1,000 gold bowl?
Sure.
Cool. We got it. Boom. You got one.
Beautiful.
Is there anything else you need? Are there any other spell components that you want us to look for?
I think I will go with you.
Oh, okay.
I didn't go last time.
Yeah,
technically.
true. That works for me. I'm cool with you going. I don't know if she has any new stuff yet, but we have more money now, so if there was anything we wanted that we couldn't get, now we can.
And then maybe she can just buy all of our extra stuff that we have, that we don't really need.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know if she deals in non-magical items, but we can find out. There's also that one jeweler that we bought a diamond from after we unsuccessfully tried to steal it. They could probably buy some of our stuff too.
Alright, let's go to her shop.
Do we need some healing potions?
Oh yeah, if she's got them. It wouldn't be a bad idea, I don't think.
I think the problem was that she was pretty low stock because the army was buying.
Right, because the army. Yeah. But she might have a couple stashed away for us. We just didn't ask.
No, you did buy some from her.
Did we?
Yeah.
We did.
You know what? Let's go anyways, because now I've forgotten everything that she had.
Alrighty. With that,
You know what? While you guys do that, I'm gonna say, hey, just tell her, ask her for like 5
Chalk?
of the chalks that you need for the teleportation circle. She'll know what you're talking about. She's smart.
Do you need anything else or just chalk?
Just chalk. I mean, if you see anything that you think would be cool.
Do you want more ink or anything?
Oh, did I get that scroll?
oh shit, sorry, it's not in the inventory, but yes, in game you got it.
What do I still have?
We should probably put the money in our... How much did we get in total?
I think
I
you
put it
brought
into chat.
25k with you. Was that what we had calculated?
Yeah, 25k.
I think
That's pure gold.
In just gold, yeah. So
Yeah,
we have...
maybe like another. Shit, what is it?
So
Is
everybody
it 10
has
gold?
6,250-ish gold.
I
Just pure.
I put it in the party loot. So
It's 50 gold a level for scribing spells, right?
Mhm.
do you get any discounts on that from your subclass or no?
I don't know, maybe like is it too much to ask for like 500 gold worth? That should last me a little while.
I think we have plenty, so yes.
Yeah, we got a lot of. That's not counting what we have to sell. We got a lot of money.
Okay. If you see anything else that you think I might be interested in, I'll just let me know and I'll go take a look at it later. But I'm
Okay,
gonna go to the
that's-
academy and try to figure some stuff out.
The spell Evil and Good scroll?
Oh right.
Oh, that was the one I
The
bought like an
temple,
idiot
yeah.
for forgetting that I was that I couldn't use it as a wizard.
Oh, right.
And then
right,
I
okay.
gave it to you because you can at least cast it once for free off of the scroll. So,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I have that spell. So do one of you guys
Right,
want
but
it?
this
Right. We
saves
gave it to
you a
you because
fifth
it's a
level.
free cast.
It's a
without
free
having to
cast
use
of
a
a fifth level
slot.
spell. Nobody else
Yeah.
can use it.
It's just a
Oh, right,
cleric
okay,
spell,
yeah,
I
fine.
think.
Got it.
That's yep.
Well, I didn't know you couldn't cast stuff from a scroll. I thought like anybody could cast from a scroll. I thought that was the whole point of a scroll.
It
I didn't
has
know.
to be in your list, I think.
So what I
Really?
allow certain people to do is you can try to cast someone else's stuff, but it's going to be a way higher DC to try to match it. And if you fail, the scroll is gone.
Okay.
Which is not wrong, but anyway, you Discord chitter chatters. Yanni, you're gonna head over. Sorry, I missed it. Where are you specifically going? The academy to try to find out
I
more
want to go
stuff?
to the academy to try and do some research.
Awesome. Okay, in that case, kicking it off with Agalia's shop as you guys once again walk into the wonderfully cozy place. 5 zillion kittens immediately meow, 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 meow,
This
meow,
is the best day of my life.
rub up against you and are just incredibly happy to see you in general. And none are more happy than Agalia. She goes, "Ooh, welcome back. I have not been able to get all of the items or really any of the items you needed, but I'm happy to say that you're healthy and... Oh no, Rotus and Yanni died, didn't
They were eaten
It's
by
not
a
funny. It's
mammoth.
not funny because people actually died.
Oh. Wait. Who died?
Have you not gone like outside? You know, like Valis. You know.
Oh no, I was talking about you. I heard
Oh
about
no.
Valos, but she is a god.
Oh no.
She
no,
will
no,
just
no,
come
no,
back
no.
like Goddess Kyra.
Yeah. Yeah. We're fine. All of us are good.
Good.
We're all good.
Good. Yeah, I know that the common folk often get very worked up about things like this because they're unforeseen, but gods, you know how they are. They just come back. They're
Finicky people. Yeah. But yeah, we're fine. I'm hurt. I'm the only one who's hurt because for a while I was petrified and then I was unpetrified and then we immediately teleported to Mitros. So I'm still very hurt.
I'm sorry to hear
But-
that.
Everyone else is okay.
You mean hurt as in no HP?
No, I'm not even half, but I am technically still hurt from
Okay.
the fight when I got petrified.
Brizza just touched her and gave her some heals. There
It's
we
one
go.
of those where it's like, she's fine. It's all your wounds suddenly, ow. Heal up.
You're all fine.
Petrified, what was that like?
Like one really long blank dream that I don't remember that happened in an instant.
So you're not conscious during it. I suppose that is probably for the best.
Yeah. Yanni got petrified too, but I don't know if the experience was the same. He's also not here.
Oh, right. But he's alive, right?
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay, good.
I just mean like in the past, he's
No,
been
I
petrified
understand
before.
what you're saying
so-
now. I just got very excited. I was hoping that maybe he was just hiding behind Brissa. I didn't know this before, but you're looking. And her little owl hands kind of try to like. Do you work out on the ship?
Yes, I did.
Looking good. Good for you.
Thank you.
She's got
Thylea,
12 fingers now.
Wonderful glow about you. You look different. In a good way.
I do?
Yes. You look more. No, what's a good word for it? Sure of yourself. I like it. It fits you.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
And you look well as well.
Thanks. She kind of pushes these little gold flowers that she has braided into her feathers. So, my stores are still relatively empty, and, well, frankly speaking, most of it was definitely bought out with the Queen's passing. But what can I help you with?
We have just recently acquired more funds, so we were just coming back to see if there was anything else we might have not been able to get last time. Also, we have some stuff. I don't know if you deal in non-magical items, but if you
What?
had some, well, we got. I just start pulling stuff.
Oh,
pockets.
keep that to yourself. No, I don't deal with this, but I know some people who can definitely market this for you, of course. Sure. So, what budget
we
are we
just
talking
need-
about? No, I know that you have mostly been fairly strapped, so maybe 500 gold tops. I know that's probably a lot to ask. I don't want to strap your budget too much.
Oh, like how much do we have?
Yeah, listen, I always feel bad. I know you have been so strapped for
Oh,
cash.
like
the
in
heroes,
total, like
just
maybe
like nothing, and that's just maybe
like
a silver piece.
70,000 gold.
70,000 gold? And her beak just kind of almost drops to the ground. Her eyes just go super owl wide. She's like, excuse me, I didn't mean to be rude. 70,000 gold?
Yeah, it's a shocker for us too. We've been poor for a very long time.
You are rich now. Fabulously rich. Ooh. Well, you might not want to tell many people about this, now that I think about it. It could
Yes,
draw a lot
we're
of
gonna keep it hush-hush.
unwanted attention, yes. Though you could maybe buy yourself a
Yeah,
nice estate. You could open a vineyard, yay! What would you name the wine?
Dragon's cask.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we can keep that as one of the options. So we have Dragon's Cast for maybe the first year, when the grapes are still trying to really get the flavor. The second year. Oh, you're not wine aficionados. I am sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I drink it. Sure, yeah.
Okay, never mind. I no. You can see her kind of like get a little shy there. Anyways, so no, I cannot sell that for you, but I'll get you in touch with people who can. They will take maybe a small cut of the exchange rate, but not so much as to make it not worth your time, I promise.
That sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
there
yeah,
anything
yeah.
like? I mean, I don't have anything in store that is worth your attention even. Oh, I feel bad.
Can we like order? Do you have like a catalog that we could look through?
What's a? I have many cats, yes.
No, like
Some
a
of them
like
look like a log. Look like this one. He's brown, and you kind of just and she kind of like pets this one. It kind of looks like a little bit of a log with like some black stripes in there. It's like, oh, I love her.
Do you have like an inventory we can order from? Like, like, just like a list, we can like choose like kind of
No.
like some items and circle and be like, I want this.
I mostly just enchant things upon, custom order. Things that people describe to me. I try to make happen as best as I can.
I would like
One
this.
moment.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, so wasn't there someone else in town that was like magic and they had like a magical? Remember?
Well, that jeweler had like a magical field around their shop, but I don't remember if they actually had any magical items or not.
I'm pretty
No,
sure
you
there was
went
probably
in.
something
You
in there.
definitely, yeah.
They had magic items.
Well,
They
I
were
was a cat,
mostly-
so I can't remember.
Yeah, it was mostly gems and that kind of stuff. There were some potions as well, some scrolls that she sold.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember the gems. I don't remember the items.
I would suggest that you maybe get some rubies. Many spells do need that as an ingredient. You need to powder it, of course, but that is a thing that you would definitely want to do. Additionally,
We do need chalk,
Mhm.
more chalk for Yanni. Like 5.
Oh, he can teleport now. Wonderful. Wait, I think I sold you some days ago too, right? Sorry, there's
Yep.
been so many people coming through my
It's-
store.
We used it all. So
course,
we
of
need
course.
more.
Sure, how much do you need?
I don't know what units chalk are sold in, but 5 of those, please.
Understood.
I would say just do 10. So yeah, Yanni has plenty.
Oh, well, that's all I have in stock right now, but sure, yes. 10 it is.
And if you have it, like 500 gold worth of ink for scribing spells.
I do, of course, yes. Well, the Academy's gonna be sad that they don't have surplus now. But that's good, it's more important for you.
That's right.
Speaking of, and as she kind of like starts bringing out empty parchments and special inks, and starts to like weigh out the chalk proportions on like a little scale and sets them out. So where is the light of Thylea going next, eh?
We can't really say on that one, but
Oh,
we'll
top
let you know after we
secret.
get back. Exactly.
Dun. Well, curiosity
did
always
have-
kills the owl, but I wish I could know. Anyway, don't tell me. I'm ever curious. Huh? Is it somewhere dangerous?
No.
No, hopefully not,
Okay,
actually.
now I get the feeling you're lying to me. It's probably dangerous, isn't it?
The first stop, no, actually. I don't think the first stop is going to be dangerous.
I can roll a deception check again.
A feat to be really damn good at that.
Now, I hope that this first place you're going to is going to be for you. That's all I'm asking. You need to take care of yourselves. I have seen too many people who simply burn themselves out trying to make others happy. Take a vacation. You've earned it. Look how much you've accomplished.
It's definitely not a vacation, but
Oh.
maybe
Well,
we'll add that to the list.
I will let you know, even though we can't necessarily tell you where we're planning on going,
Mhm.
the first place that we're going to go from here
Mhm.
is definitely going to be a for us place.
Ah,
So-
fantastic. See, this is what I like to prioritize yourself. Good. Well, here are the chalks, here are the writing implements. Anything else?
How much is the chalk?
Damon, let me know real quick because I keep thinking 25.
50 per.
50, okay.
50 per.
So
I'm pretty sure it's gonna go to
750 total, right?
No, 1,000.
Wait, oh
total.
no. What? Oh, right, because we got 10. We got 10.
Wait, that would still be 750.
No.
Oh wait, no, because you got
Five
500.
chalks.
No, you got 10. Brissa was like, let's make it 10.
Oh,
Yeah. We
Oh, I
bought
missed
10
that.
instead, and we got 500 gold worth of ink.
yeah, it's 50 gold for the
So
chalks.
1,000.
Okay.
That makes it a lot easier for me to do the math to just subtract 1,000 from the party gold. So I'm cool with it. We still have 24,000 gold in just gold.
For the enchanting
Now that we
items.
have a different kind of budget to work with, I mean, there's many things that we can do. We can really, look at your group. This is a fixer-upper situation. I think there is a lot that we could maybe do to spruce things up for you all, yes?
Gayla, if you open a drawer and there's a bunch of magic items that you didn't show us because we didn't have the money for it, I'm gonna be really upset with
horrible
you.
sword.
I'm gonna be real upset.
A blade! No. Mercer would just start strangling me. Scream. No,
mean,
I'm
did
sorry.
you have
But
any
I can start the
ideas?
process of enchanting it. It will take some time, but with the coin that you have at your disposal, well, there is much we can do.
Can you enchant a Holy Avenger?
What is that?
I don't know. I just heard it around the grapevine.
And a meta birdie starts to back up later.
I get hit a lot, and like I would rather not get hit a lot. So like could you like make something for me so that would make it so that I don't get hit nearly as often, or like when I do get hit, it maybe like it doesn't do like nearly as much damage or something like that, right? Like so like Rodus would always go into like a rage, right? And then like someone would hit him and it would like be like it would like did nothing. So something like that would be awesome, or something that made me like super hard to hit, or combo like both. That would be really cool.
There are some things. I mean, the bracers that Lyra has been asking about for a long time fall within that category.
Yeah.
Enchanted armor is always good, so enhancing the armor that you are wearing. There is a creature, feline of sorts, that is of monstrous origin, that has significant powers. A creature that is capable of, until it is hit, displace itself to be in one place and then appear in another after. These creatures are very unimaginatively named displacer beasts, but if I can maybe procure the hide of one, I might be able to make a mantle out of it that could keep the property of that mantle within it, of the creature.
So we have to kill that creature for you.
That would make it cheaper for you, yes. Otherwise...
How much would it be if we didn't have to kill the creature?
I'm not sure yet, but I can put out feelers. At this point, I will just guarantee that the coin is there. I mean, do you have a maximum budget that you're willing to spend on this?
We get like 6,000 each-ish, so it's like 6,000, I guess.
6,000 sounds good. I will inquire.
Can you enchant a shield to be more protective?
Yes.
Oh, how much would that cost?
Well, it depends on the potency. A shield that has a basic magical property, so it can no longer, for example, be bent and damaged, would run maybe about 1,000, 2,000 gold.
Would that be out of character? A plus to my AC?
Yes. It would become, instead of just a flat 2 AC, it could become a +1 shield. Would you like to have me enchant your shield for you?
Well, what about something that would make my spells more potent?
Yeah.
What kind of magic do you practice? I apologize, I haven't asked before. Is it divine, arcane, or primal?
Yes, not really.
I don't think it's any of those. I think it's either, abjuration or divination.
That is the schools of magic. See, this is the problem with us arcanists. We like to put things into schools and patterns, but really...
You like to really simplify it.
We're thinking about the sources of magic. So, for example, for people like Yanni and I, we take the magic from our understanding of the ether that connects everything around us, and we draw it from that through formulae. We really, in a way, force the magic. There are others, however, who are able to channel the magic of Thylea herself, of the raw divine power that once caused it, and, well, primal in the sense that it is simply nature. You draw it from there, and it is something that certain people, like the druids of the old wood, could draw upon. And then a third kind of super group, if you want to call it that. I'm sorry that I'm losing you already, but the last, of course, is divine magic itself. This is, the priests that draw their magic, like the dragon speaker, Aesop, how he draws his magic from the gods. Or I believe, Bressa, you are... As a Dragonlord, you really are drawing it from your dedication towards the bond you have with your dragon, yes?
Oh, I have no idea how we do it. Just hit things.
Oh.
Yes, I get my my magic from a god.
Oh, fantastic!
What,
Which god do you worship?
Sidon.
Oh, I did not know this. Oh, well, I don't have anything that helps you with this. But the temple would be able to potentially equip you with something like this. Yes.
What if your magic comes from a binding pact of servitude? What then? What do you have for that?
That is dependent on the source of your magic. You're a pact bound, a warlock, yes?
Yeah, they're chill though.
They?
Yeah, Desdemona and the other two who aren't as important.
By important, he means hot.
You are a practitioner to the fates. Interesting. Well, yours is indeed a weird combination. Something that maybe is a third kind. Eldritch, it often is referred to.
Yeah,
Something
it's
between
very limited. So
divine
anything
and
you can
arcane.
help with that.
There are things that are possible, yes, though depending on who they are, they often require a form of sacrifice in the process. The Fates. Well, the Fates usually seek the sacrifice of a humanoid. Are you prepared to
Yeah,
do
we've
this?
gone over that.
See.
I mean, it's not really like the best case scenario. It's like 95% off the table. Like 97.5% off the table.
Vorgalia changes a little bit. You can see that she seems to be somewhat horrified by this admission that Lyra is like 5% okay with killing someone for more power. Okay,
I mean, if you have to kill a bad person, it's a win-win.
I don't. I'm a little bit of a pacifist myself. I'm more than happy to equip people to protect themselves more efficiently, and well, I'm not ignorant or willfully so. I understand what people use my creations for, but I don't know. That might be something I'm not entirely.
We are going to use it to save the world. Does it matter?
I know, it's just that it matters to me, yes. What I do to contribute to that. See?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying the stuff you give me, I'm gonna go out and murder someone with.
No, someone has to be
like-
murdered by the person enchanting the item in order to give you the power you seek. You see?
Oh, so like I can't do it for you. I can't just be like,
I wouldn't want to be involved in that because then by proxy, I would also be included in this murder. I would be an accessory. If Yanni was here, he could explain it to you, you know.
no, I get it. I just wondering if there's anyone here that can do that for me.
Well, I'm sure you might be able to find someone. Anything else? Anything that Yanni would want to get, do you think? And Rotis, of course.
Yanni did mention that he would like to be able to like store spells for later use. Like if you could, like inside of like, he said he would like some really heavy chains, like he could put around his neck, right? And just like like gold and like really like just like kind of popping out there.
Real tacky
Popping
and
out
gaudy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Giant clock.
Maybe a
right
clock?
here.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That would be really great. That would be really great.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have to kill anyone to get that?
Or like a compass?
Yeah, Saber Blade.
Or just like a ring with a really big rock on it. Like I'm talking like the size of his fist, like at
That
the same
doesn't
time.
seem like, oh, this is a prank, isn't it? Yeah, I see that. Okay. However, the item that you started to explain in the beginning, yes, certainly they are quite well, many of the higher philosophers within the academy do tend to enjoy items of this sort. So yes, of course, that is something that would be within the budget potentially.
If we can get one of those, I think Yanni would be, you jump up and down, you know. I mean, that would help you as well, right, Strela? If you would be interested in one of those.
I'm sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
We zoned out when Agalia told us she couldn't get us anything.
The bling to put your spells into. So you can bring a spell stone.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I will see what I can do. What is the time frame we're thinking? 2 months, 3 months?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? It will take longer than that.
Like a week?
I could get, depending on availability, I will have to check, of course, my sources. I might be able to get one item within a week, maybe, if I'm lucky.
Is that
Okay, you could do it
counting
from
the
Yanni.
one thing that you're already looking for me? Or is that in addition to that one thing that you're
There's a
already
lot
looking
of stuff
for?
that I have to be. I'm sorry, I don't have my procuration book currently. What am I looking for you?
That spell component that I needed.
What was that again?
It's something about the outer planes.
Oh,
A
fine.
human heart to
Hold,
sacrifice
please.
with.
Yeah,
Listen, I don't.
a brain.
I don't. No. Okay. Well, I'm actually closing down the shop for the foreseeable future. There is a lot going on. You understand?
Astrea doesn't really say that. I was kidding.
I know.
Just anything engraved with symbols of the outer planes.
Oh, for
Worth
Tasha's
at least
transformation, right?
500 gold. Yeah.
Yes,
at
I
least
am still looking
500
for that. I
gold.
haven't heard anything back from my middlemen yet, but I'm sure they're going to get back to me soon.
What
Well-
is it that you need? Something engraved with what?
A
Just
symbol
engraved?
of the outer planes.
I can
Yeah.
engrave an outer plane on something for you.
Right. Do we know what it looks
Fine.
like?
Astrea just tags a
So
pot of clay.
no problem. That's pretty.
Out of plate!
Well,
Well, that's all I need from you, so.
Are you sure?
we should do the thing for Yanni though. The spell thing you were just talking about. You know the thing we can get in a week.
Yeah, the ring. Yeah.
Yes, the ring.
Okay, I will prioritize the ring for
After my thing. My thing and then
well,
Yanni's
yours is
thing.
already in the work, so we will just have to wait and see. But the ring is something that I can enchant myself.
Oh, okay.
Insight check on the thing is already in the works.
Sure, go for it.
Sounds useful.
That
Sounds
thing
real-
she couldn't even remember.
Real sus that she could just get Yanni's thing.
16.
Thought we were best friends.
Yeah, it
Didn't
seems to
sacrifice
check out. I
one
mean,
tie.
she's a busy businesswoman. Can't tell her what to do. The customer's not always king. You can see just kind of floating over her head.
I respect that.
Well, I do again. Please, well, actually, I take it back. The Temple of the Five would probably be a bad place for you to look. Why don't you go to the Temple of Sidon? Well, the Titans, really, but, oh, maybe that's a bad idea right now. There must be many protests. Just be careful when you go there, okay? Not many people are very friendly towards Titan believers currently. I just want to clarify. I don't think that is appropriate. After all, I mean the Titans are also gods of Thylea. They're of Thylea. So I just want to make it clear. I have nothing against the Titans.
And Sidon did nothing wrong. This was the work of Lutheria, so...
Lutheria did this. I was wondering.
Oh.
We already told the public. They
But
know.
Sidon and Lutheria are married. They're the Titans. They do everything together.
They're also brother and sister, so
I
crazy
mean, we
times we
don't-
live in.
Yes.
Okay.
Marriages fail every day, you know.
Yes, they are.
Every time, Lyra.
So
It's never gonna change.
Don't make me ask
facts
the
are the
question.
facts.
Don't make me ask the question. Don't make me ask. I won't.
which exactly gives my question the rise of, well, there's no way that they haven't done this in concert, yes? Maybe Sidon is still planning on attacking Mitros. I mean, that's why we have the Golden Shield now, yes?
We have it on good authority that he is not planning on attacking Mitros, but that doesn't leave this room.
I mean, what she did technically broke a 500-year-long oath, and I don't think Sidon is stupid enough to do something like that.
See, I was
so.
wondering about that too. There are some who had, and she gives you a little bit of a weird look, Estrella, wondered about what people were involved in the killing of Valus, and there are very few that seem to have the power to do so. So, Luteria, makes sense. So, that is interesting.
All of us were on a different island, still continuing to try and save the world. So none of us were involved. Yeah. Nobody in this room was involved.
Wait a minute. Do you not know what we do when we're gone? Is that not like widely known here? Because maybe we should tell people.
Oh well,
You
there
know?
is a very, very eloquent bard that he does go from tavern to tavern and tell your tale after you are done with your travels. So we get to know what you do after it is done. It would be amazing if we could maybe have like a little flying bird that follows you around and projects everything you do for everyone to see in Mitros. Though I suppose there might be the drawback that everyone could see where you are and what you're doing at all times. So, a double-edged sword. But you should look into this. Live theater with illusory magic would be interesting. This is probably cheesy, but there are books that deal with romance. I would love to see maybe some kind of a projection, a theater of romance blossoming slowly. Maybe you could have a princess trying to find her future match. A bachelorette, maybe. And you can see the love blossoming between all of them. Many matches. Oh, that would be wonderful to see.
We have a princess.
You do?
Then Estrella's like, wait a minute. Aren't we telling people that? She just looks at Brissa.
I mean, that was announced, yes, as well, but it seems like she was in her shop, so it's okay.
Oh!
It's Brissa.
You're a princess now! And she kind of looks at you, Estrella, for like, how? Kind of like on her face.
Yes, I was adopted by, Valus, and then, also a
Congratulations, Your Highness! And she does like a little bit of a curtsy right then.
Thank you. But yeah, thank you, yeah. But again, nothing that we said leaves this, shop.
Not even the fact that you have been adopted by the king?
I know that's fine, but all the stuff prior. Yeah.
That part has already left.
Of
the
course,
shop.
of course. My beak will remain sealed. Well, please tell Yanni and Rotus my best. If Rotus does need anything, is there anything that I can get him?
Maybe like I don't know, what do people do when they retire? Maybe like
Rotus is retired.
Watch.
He's not retiring. We're gonna have a nice day. Let's go, Lyra.
maybe like an espresso machine.
A Floridian RV that says something very inappropriate on it if you add the word okay, understood. Well, that is incredibly sad.
No one's retiring.
Bye.
See you later.
As her little head kind of goes up. You guys leave the shop and head back out to the generality that is Mitros. Now, within there, we're going to look back over to Yanni. You walk back towards the academy as people are asking you a million different questions, but I don't know if you stop and kind of explain some of the things that happened. Whatever it may be, you end up getting the scrolls and books that you're needing, and access is given to you freely at this point. People don't even ask. They see you, they bow to you, and as you
know what?
request,
I have invisibility prepared. If people are bugging me like crazy, I'm gonna and just disappear and keep walking.
They cast see invisibility. No, I'm just kidding. But as you
Damn it!
you get your
Everybody's a fucking third level wizard in this place.
But hey, according to Jeremy Crawford, even if you have true sight, you have disadvantage on something that has invisibility because of the way that the spell is worded. Which is bananas, Jeremy. Jeremy, you and I are on a first name basis now. That's not how that should work. That is silly, and you know it. Anyway, that aside, as we're going back into this, you literally guessed that. Okay.
And that's coming from a lawyer who's all about the literal interpretation. Think about that, Jeremy.
As you sit down,
The law.
the it's just a bunch of JD nerds like looking up towards Constitution kind of being so anyway, what are what are you trying to research there, Yanni?
I want to try and learn the names of all the original Dragonlord mounts.
You would do this to me.
I'm sorry. I probably should have
No, that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're gonna
pinged you on the side. And I want to try and find any descriptions I can of the arrival of the Five and the events surrounding it.
Okay. Make me history check with advantage for the latter.
With advantage. History. I'm decent at that.
Wow, double tens.
Yeah.
Shit, when I mute myself so that my mechanical keyboard doesn't go pop 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 pop. But the total is 19. Okay, cool. Hang on. Okay. As you look through, you do find mention of these original ones, and the names that you do receive as you kind of look through. There was indeed the mate of Belmitria. His name was Sybil Corax. And I'll set that.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be able to spell that.
And if you don't remember, there's going to be a quiz on it with a Sphinx. And if you don't remember that, you're going to get whacked. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I would have been close. I would have spelled Sybil like the actual name Sybil. But I would.
Yeah, it would have been an I instead of an O, but.
You also find out that indeed the mount of Esther Archelander was Raspitrion.
Rasputin?
Rasputin had a crazy ass beard. All I'm saying.
That's a different. That's not even a mythology. That's just a different culture altogether.
I mean, he's his own mythology, you know.
There's definitely a mythology around him, but he was a real person.
Yep.
There's a song about him.
Probably more than one.
Yep. There's a fantastic movie where he's a fantastic villain in it. I still think Anastasia is the best princess movie out there.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the first Hellboy.
What? No, what? The one of the daughters of Belmitria was.
I'm sorry. Estor's Mount Raspitrion is also a. He's one of Belmitria's children.
Yes, her son. Shit, I should probably include that. One of her daughter's names is Tisufale. Tisufale?
Sure.
Tisufale.
Tisufale.
We're gonna countrify all these names.
The other daughter is Arkirania. Aikirania.
Archirania.
And the second son.
Look at that. Kira's right in the name.
Is Aristonar. That's the last son.
Can you imagine if all their names?
Belmitria.
The middle was like Pitor and Ballas and Kyra in the middle of the dragon name.
Guys, look at this. Belmitria practically has Mitros in it. Arkiriana, or however you say it, Arkirania, has Kira right there in it. Raspitrion, Pitor, it's all right there.
That's true. Which one's Vulcan?
Sybil Corax. That's one that doesn't quite fit.
Right, but Vulcan is technically like their dad, right?
Right, but I mean, as far as finding their name,
Right, yeah. Well, which one
Wow.
is Valis?
Who cares? Womp womp.
Can we just bring the hot titans back? Estrella. Listen, we need to have some blood relationships here. We need to go
Where's-
full
We've
where's-
got
blood
a
of the
queen
dragon.
of Mitros. Move
Where's
it
Black
along.
Titan Guy and Fate Mommy? We need them to be the main characters now.
oh my gosh.
What?
Guys, this is just the fact that, like, it's been right under our nose this whole time.
Well,
Like,
maybe
right
if
the
they
name of the
hadn't not
campaign.
told us, they
Damn it.
wouldn't be dead right now. So, should have thought about that. I'm glad we're finding out of all of this post-mortem.
Holy shit. This is something I did not see coming. I mean, there's still the question of, are they dragon gods?
Or are they
Are
just
they
really
just
powerful,
powerful
dragons?
dragons pretending to be gods?
Are they gods
But-
pretending to be dragons? The theories are out there. We're gonna have conspiracy theorists in Mitros.
We're going to have conspiracy theorists in our chat over the next week. What are you talking about? Yeah, like I said, the only other thing I was looking for was any details on the arrival of the Five and whatever.
What
that might
you
entail.
get is... Hang on. Is the timeline. And I'll just send that out as a screenshot to you. So right around the time that you're focusing on, 14 years before the swearing of the oath, which is considered CE, the current era, right? You know that is the beginning of the First War, because that is right around, well, 10 years before that. I should actually back up a little bit. 24 DA, you have the arrival of the Dragonlords with the original dragons. 6 years thereafter, you have the founding of the first actual settler kingdoms instead of just these disparate villages, etc. You know what I can actually do with that? Ooh, hold on, let me...
The first war only lasted 14 years.
And it was brutal. Absolutely fucking brutal. I mean, during those years, the Gaigan Empire was decimated. The genocide that was committed against them was absolutely fucking brutal. And you've seen the ruins now in multiple places, how much of Thylea was actually owned, conquered, civilized, and settled by the Gaigans. So that's how much devastation was wrought during that time. So you have the First War 4 years after the first kingdom was founded. Then after that, 2 years later, reportedly, that was when Sidon killed the last dragon. Then you have 2 years after that, the five gods appear. 9 years later, Mitros is supposed to have ascended to the heavens, according to the text that you find. And then,
so she didn't just show up and leave. She stuck around for a bit.
Exactly. And then a year after that, the Oath of Peace is sworn. And everything is now history.
What's the Colossi? What is that?
That's the thing that where the Cult of the Snake, the Thieves Guild, was stationed in.
Oh, the statue.
Yeah.
So
Got
the
it.
super massive thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the more you think about it back during your studies, Yanni, you are pretty sure that a lot of the piping and the stuff inside of it looked very familiar to, or similar to, the technology and craftsmanship that you had seen in these automatons that the Lotus Witch had used. So stands to reason maybe she was involved in the making of that Colossus.
they're also important enough that they have their own spot on the timeline about one of them getting destroyed.
You're pretty sure that there was more than one. As you read through it, yeah. Once upon a time, there were more than just the one Colossus. In fact, actually, Yanni, you're from Arisia. You would just know this.
I am.
Arisia has its own Colossus.
Who's that Colossus in the likeness of?
I would have to look it up. I don't have the answer to that, and I don't want to give
That's
you the
okay.
wrong answer right now. And I got sweating.
Watch it be Narcissus.
That'd be kind of funny.
No, I don't think he was there yet.
It might be more recent.
Here we go.
Also, still no mention about the fact that there is a sixth god. Even the timeline just has the 5. So
Mm-hmm.
the dragons were around for 14 years before the gods even showed up.
Mm-hmm. We'll assume that you've taken the research, made copies on other parchments, brought that back. Let's say that towards kind of like towards the evening, not quite dinner time yet, you all convene back at the palace. As Yanni, you kind of lay this out for them. You point towards the names and the similarities.
Oh, yeah. This is like just crazy.
Do we still want to talk to Valis before we go to Astoria?
I think I need to sleep first.
Oh, okay. Well, I think we're probably gonna talk to Vulcan once we leave, so maybe we can wait for Valis until we get back.
Actually, you know what? Yanni is, over the course of the day, Yanni has gotten more and more concerned about Kira more than anything. I at some point I want to try and send a sending to Vulcan. I don't know if it'll work. I don't have a clue, but I want to try it. So let me do
He
that.
could just come to us. He's a mythical god dragon. He could just fly here.
You know what? I feel bad enough interrupting him right now with whatever he's doing, with having lost at least 2 of his children in the last 12 hours. So maybe a little more than 12. But
I'll talk
yeah,
to him.
no.
I already said I would.
no, I want to drop him a sending. So let me cast that. Vulcan, sorry to interrupt. Just heard about Valis. So sorry.
You could've
Is
just had
Kira
one,
okay?
so-
Praying she is. Let us know if we can help.
Love ya.
There have to be 25. No, I'm just kidding.
You pooping?
Well, also,
You get the sense, Yanni, that the spell sends out and there's weirdness that happens to it. It seems to arrive, but no answer.
yeah, I probably would have done that earlier in the day, so I'd just relay that to them. Yeah, I tried to sending, but didn't get an answer.
Think Luteria.
Killed them all? Hopefully not. Surely the Furies would have acted before she had time to do all of it.
What if she did not act alone?
Her son did seem pretty enamored with her, like, you know, like on a incestuous level.
And her daughter. It's real, like, that family tree is just a straight line, just a one big.
I was to say it's more of a circle
Yeah.
or like a weird like figure 8, maybe. I'm not sure.
Like an infinity symbol.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think you guys should go to the caves and try see if you can talk to Vulcan.
I just sorry to interrupt with that one. I just feel like the next time another character dies, Estrella just walks over, draws an infinity symbol on their forehead, and walks away instead of for a second.
Sprinkle birdseed on Lyra and say,
Wow.
"There's your circle."
Wow.
Wow. Australia's goth
Wow.
phase is very entertaining.
Yep. She's in the teenage stage. She hates everyone. Rebellious.
Speaking of everyone being related to everyone, we still need to figure out all of our interconnecting threads.
You know what, Lyra?
between-
Are you hungry? I didn't
I'm
see birdseed on the table
starving,
before. Are you hungry?
actually. I'm
Oh,
starving.
We should find you some. Where do you
It-
get birdseed,
It has
Demetrius? I
been
forget.
a long time since we've eaten anything, really. So, I mean, you guys probably ate without me when you left me as a statue, but, you know, someone could have had a spell ready for that. So, weird.
Don't you have the horn? Can't you just use the horn and get you some food?
Yes, Brissa. Yes, I can.
Okay. Just-
Problem solved.
As you drop the lightning javelin. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow, weird. Where'd you get that?
Sacrifice the dragon to Sidon so that we have favors with Sidon later on.
Or, immediately.
I meant it as a later on thing. I didn't think he was going to give me a lightning bolt.
Yet here we are.
Yeah, here we are.
And you handled that brilliantly. And I could tell he really liked you,
Thank you.
Maybe he'll
which
marry
might be
you too.
meta.
Right.
Whew.
Look, we're all on
Anyway.
edge right now.
I will say, if you somehow make a very good argument to Aesop, there might be someone at the Temple of the Five who could help you do the Speak with Dead on Valis. Just understand, that's like going to a Catholic church and saying, hey, Jesus is dead. Can you cast some necromantic energy on him so he can say who killed him and how it happened before he put him in that
Well,
cave?
You would technically need Jesus's body, so.
Yeah, I'm assuming that Jesus' body is just right there.
It is fair.
Or the
might
part of
be
me that went to
sacrifice.
Sunday school every week for 18
We all
years
have a
wants
little
to,
bit of
wants to weigh in on
Jesus'
that.
I found these crackers. Maybe we could talk to those.
Yum, 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 yum,
Catholic.
Jesus. Yum, 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 yum.
Ooh. Talk about lightning being struck.
Drinking.
I know, this is definitely left
My
field.
goodness.
Circling that.
I better
thing.
check the Weather Channel right now. There's an unexpected thunderstorm rolling into Denver as we speak.
All right.
Good, we need the rain.
Rita.
Anyways. Light of
While we
Thylea.
are gone, don't you think, while you're here, maybe there could be, a party or a festival to celebrate your...
I do think a festival at this time is probably not
Alright.
best of
Ooh.
spirit.
Right.
But,
Right.
I'll definitely go out and talk to people, right? I wanted to go over to the Temple of Sidon, right, and just kind of make sure there's not anyone trying to egg the Temple of the Five and stuff like that, and make sure that's well protected and everything as well, and just we don't want to anger Sidon, since we're about to go and try and make peace with him.
Maybe you can give out some money. I'll
Good.
give you some of mine. Do I have money on me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
a lot
we
of
have
money,
that?
yeah.
I mean, I know we have money,
I mean,
but
6,250 gold, if you perfectly split it, would be yours out of that.
Yeah.
if this is democracy. If not, Lyra has the bag.
I have all of the money.
Last time I got money, I think I spent 3/4 of it.
We can give out some money to some of the people and say it's in the name of Sidon, and just so that they kind of like feel at peace that Sidon's like in their like side. Court.
So now
I'll
you're just
give
gonna go
Brissa
speak for a
2,000
Titan
of my gold.
without checking in with him first?
What, Yoni?
It sounded like Brisa was saying she was gonna go speak for Sidon without checking in with him.
Not really like speaking, like it's just like.
No, she is trying to make sure people are not upset with him.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he would be all right with that.
Well, probably.
It's a
It's
small
more about
circle, so I feel like I
It's-
could maybe speak for him.
It's
Yeah.
the
You know?
it's
You're,
the
like,
concern.
right.
The concern is, what if he's in on this?
Oh,
I mean,
You're probably
one
right
thing-
at that meeting.
it's one
point
thing
in
to
the
try
middle.
and it's one thing to try and offer people hope that he's not going to do anything, but we shouldn't come out and say, "Here, this is from Sidon. He says we're good." That's all I'm
Well,
saying.
why don't you send him a message and tell him we need to
Yeah,
talk to him?
I'm not going to risk
No.
the backlash that might happen there.
Can you do it in the morning, Estrella? Like send him a message and make sure
Yes.
that everything is like good.
I will.
Okay, we can do that in the morning then. And then if everything's good, we can.
Well, I'm gonna go see if there's a useful magic shop around here.
Useful. Ouch. Galia is hurt.
Wow.
What do you mean by useful?
She did
What are you
seem kind of
looking
judgy.
Like someone that could procure something for me, because apparently my magic is too much for some people.
Lyra is in a mood, so you're just gonna have to excuse her. She is
Everybody's hitting their goth phase all of a
in a
sudden.
mood.
Lyra, the other shop that you end up going to. Oh, so, okay. Brissa, you're going to go to the Temple of the Titans. Estrella, are you going with him? Sorry.
Yes.
Her. Jesus.
Her.
Yanni.
Yes.
What? Valis. Yanni, what are you doing as they're going on for?
I'll go keep Lyra company.
And then Lyra, you go hunting for someone who's willing to sacrifice people to make magic items. Got it. As you guys split up. Let's start out
Apparently
with Lyra.
that's the ask.
If it can be a bad person, I'll do it for you.
Lyra and
It's
Yanni.
I
gonna
don't
be
really
in the
know how,
morning,
but I'll
though.
figure it out.
You speak to the merfolk person once more that you had spoken to before. And what she essentially is able to, kind of fast forwarding to this a little bit, she realizes that what Igalia had been referring to is a Rod of the Pact Keep, which she says, indeed, in order to get that done, you would have to spill blood for this.
I've killed plenty of people.
All bad.
Right.
Hard stop.
Mm-hmm. Depending on the cost, we could arrange for something, yes. Did you come across any powerful magics? As I asked you.
I mean, just the ones that I know, not any tangible ones
Yes.
necessarily.
Bloodbound. You, however, are a philosopher at the academy now, yes?
Me? Yeah.
Maybe a book? Well, maybe a page from your book.
I don't know if I'm a fan of ripping pages out of my book.
Oh,
What
we have to be very
about
careful,
letting you-
of course.
What about if I let you copy a page out of my book?
Do you know any spells of the fifth circle of magnitude?
Yeah, a few.
Oh, girl, all my spells are that.
Well, you don't count. What kind of spells have you created so far?
The heck? Why? Okay.
I have that spell scroll that I just told you about, by the way. Like, just
For
happened.
some
Yeah,
reason.
but that's not 5th level, I don't think.
Yeah,
No,
it's 5th level.
Which
Is
one
it?
is it again?
Dispel evil and good. Dispel evil
Oh,
and
it's
good.
dispel evil and good.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I thought it was like
It's
the protection from evil and good or whatever that
no,
one is
it's
called.
it's the good one.
So I know the spell they commonly call Passwall can open a temporary tunnel through a solid surface.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to use teleportation circles.
Hmm.
Um, I know
Which
how
locations
to.
for these circles do you have?
Right now, the only ones I have are the Academy here and the Temple to the Dragonlords in Astoria. But
Done.
I'm always on the lookout for more. I'm sorry, did you say done?
Yes.
Okay.
Give me the runic combinations and let me see your formula for this.
Okay.
And give me
Sure.
a week or so. Do
Does that
you
work for you, Lyra?
prefer to know
Yeah.
or not know where the source of this comes from?
Wait, like
Uh,
who you would have to kill in order to get it? Is that what you're asking me right now?
And she just remains very quiet, but you, with the silence hanging in the air, get the sense that that's kind of what she's asking.
I would not want to know, but I would hope that you could at least make sure that it's someone who morally deserves it.
My morals are flexible, but of course.
Well,
And so are yours, it seems.
I don't just kill random people.
No, only people that you designate are bad. You and I are the same.
That's right. Yeah, a week is fine. Also, do you want any of these gems? I just
And you guys start trading back and forth. And then we'll swivel away towards Brissa and Estrella. As you guys approach the Temple of Sidon, yeah, there is indeed a throng of people outside.
We were going to do this in the morning so that Estrella can make sure everything's good. with
yeah,
Simon.
so she could have
Okay.
her stuff
But
prepared.
we could maybe like have decided to go and like look like with
fair.
her hood up and like just see what the situation is over there.
That's fair. That's
What
fair.
they're getting into.
Yeah, there's a throng up against the temple itself. You can see that they're Sidon soldiers with, the lightning bolts or eyes on their shields, kind of like as a phalanx formation. And, priests are just like, "Calm yourselves! Sidon did not kill your queen. That was the action of Luteria. Do not put this upon our feet." "Hey, but he's her husband. Isn't he here to control her? She can't just go crazy. She should bow to him like a good wife." "Ah! Do not speak blasphemy. Sidon is truly the father of Thylea, but that does not mean he controls his wife. His wife is still the mother of souls." And you see this argument kind of going back and forth as people are starting to yell at each other, shoving back and forth. And with your passive perception, Estrella, you kind of overhear just people saying like, "I wish that the light was here. They could probably just destroy this damned temple. Show them what is right. Yeah, that is right. Aren't they fighting the Titans? Yeah, I heard that they almost killed Sidon on the mountain, and then they're going to go and finish him off. So they're probably hunting down Luteria right now. Yeah, they must. I mean, I heard that Luteria was the one that killed Sidon. No. Valus. Oh, you mean, no. It was Sidon. No, Valus." They kind of go back and forth.
Then maybe we should interrupt just before it gets like a little
Lisa, you
crazy.
have a lot of work to do in this town. A lot of work to do.
We do, but we should go and just like talk to them a little bit. What say you?
Think they want to talk to me?
Yeah, I guess yes. It's important that you speak too. You're related to Sidon. I'll introduce you and like kind of set the stage, and then you like talk to them. Remember, like just be gentle, right?
Risa, are you sure you want to speak on Sidon's behalf? Like
No,
you only
no,
said?
I'm not speaking on his behalf. Trust me. Like, we got this. We got this for right now.
Okay.
All right. kind
just
of like go
push
up
through the
there.
throng and kind of get yourselves to the front. As some people kind of like, hey, oh, the light, Odyssey, the light, yeah, show them, yeah, get them. As the soldiers kind of look uncertain, seem to kind of like back up a little bit, but interlock their shields a little, starting to get extremely worried about you stepping up. What do you do?
Bristol will just like turn around and like look towards the crowd and be like,
Oh,
listen, everyone needs to calm down, right? And you all need to, think about this for a second. On the light of Thylea, we actually have someone that is related to Sidon.
yeah, she
The-
probably is the one that fed the information on how to kill Valus. Huh?
Bristol like put her finger up and tell it to hush.
It has like veins popping out. It's just so muscular, you know.
Your finger has bicep.
Yeah, it's like bloink, bloink, bloink.
to just be like, listen, Sidon did not commit these acts, okay? You guys should not be squeaking your toy like a maniac.
That's just the sound of your finger bicep. Anyway,
You all should know.
Sidon did not commit these acts. Sitting here and, throwing hate at this temple isn't going to do any good. You should send your prayers to Sidon, to Valus, to the Five, to all the gods, and ask for peace in this time so that it does not escalate to the violence that you guys are proposing. Yes, we are going to seek retribution, but we're going to seek retribution against Lutheria and not Sidon. So please, go back to your homes and do not, gather here and squeak the toys and, have
but I like
these,
my toy.
have these accusations.
There's some merchant cart guy selling the toys on the side.
This is my livelihood.
Please.
I have kids to feed.
Some shaved head kid just runs into the car. No, not my squeaky toys. Okay.
She'll just kind of like grab Estrella to like kind of like lead her up as well.
As the cowl kind of comes back, people realize the platinum blonde white hair kind of shush as it kind of look upon you. Say Estrella.
Hi. Hello.
Imaginary mic. Hello. Hi.
Yeah.
Son.
What's happening? Like as it screeches.
Extra feedback.
Everybody's now paying attention.
Yes, it is true. I am the granddaughter of Sidon, but I am also the granddaughter of the Oracle. The daughter of the Oracle. I'm her daughter.
It all is just.
As you speak, by the way, Estrella, where Brissa had to very much project with this massive diaphragm of her.
No.
God damn it. Physically impossible. Your voice suddenly seems to just be magically throwing itself across this yard between the two temples, reverberating, echoing through.
We are currently investigating this, but we have no reason to believe Sidon had any part of this. From what we know now, it was Lutheria.
So, are you saying that Sidon condemns Lutheria for the actions, for killing Valus?
I am saying this just happened, and you must give us time to investigate, and we will tell you what we find. But right now, we don't know. We only know that we have no reason to believe Sidon had anything to do with this. In fact, we have every reason to believe Sidon is on the side of peace.
But he has been raising ships, the Centaur army outside of Historia. These are not signs of peace. There is a signs of war. You're his granddaughter. What does Sidon want to do with his armies? What does he want from us? Tell us.
Just like
He
we had
want-
the festival, he only wants to worship, right? Estrella?
He just wants what he has always wanted, which is for people to give him the respect he deserves. And there are two sides to every story and every point of view, and we just need time. We need time to figure out what is really happening, and we ask that you would maintain peace until we find out.
With that, Estrella, go ahead and make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Boy.
And you suddenly feel a divine power within you. It feels like a crackling storm in your chest, energizing your blood. You almost feel giddy, excited to have the ears of these people apologize.
Is it alt
Alt.
for advantage? Okay.
Try it one more time just because it's probably popped out or something. And then roll me a d4. You see the people kind of look towards each other. And then you hear a clapping from people kind of look over themselves. And another person's like, yeah! You'd see a center kind of clap. There are two sides to this story. I do not condone what my cousins are doing outside of his story. I do not want war. But it has been enough bloodshed. Don't you see that the blood of Sidon being on the side of ours, to be part of Light of Thylea, that can only be good for us? I say, yes! Let them handle this. But, no! The Sidon is behind it! Oh, shut up, old man. Someone kind of grabs him, kind of pulls him back. As you see people kind of starting to murmur, but the excitement, the fervor, the kind of like hot-headedness that had been starting to reach a fever pitch seems to kind of settle down. As people kind of look towards each other and start dispersing. Estrella, you look towards the spot where that first clap started, and you see a dark blue, heavy make-up-eyed tiefling, Chandras, just with a big smile on his hand. Oh, on his hand. Stepping toward. Now that was amazing. I commend you.
He's gonna hear in his head, I knew that was you.
Is it that obvious? It's a collab. Can't be that identifying.
Only to me. Thank you.
It's nothing. Your words did this charm. I just wanted to give them a exclamation mark. What are you doing for dinner? I'm hungry. Risa, are you coming?
Sure, yeah, we can get dinner.
The javelin looks good on you. Spear?
It's a javelin. Okay. I mean, I guess I could stab people with it, but I don't know if it would be that really.
Looks very familiar. Alright then, keep your secrets. So there is a wonderful just fig jam place that has it with just barely roasted meat. It is so good. You have to trust me. And he just kind of hooks his arm into yours, Estrella, as he kind of takes you and kind of holds another arm open for Brissa to kind of hook yours into her as well. Come on, you know you want to. Ah, that is the right thing. And he kind of starts walking away from that. As you guys walk into the evening, have some nice conversation and a dinner with Chandras. And Yanni sits maybe after you return from shopping with your mind reeling of the implications of what it means. The dragons, the gods, both of them might be either or, and that was all right there this entire time. that's where we'll leave it for this week's session of Light of Thylea.
Fighting in the fam. Fighting in the fam.
Squeaking in the fan. All right, I'm gonna look for another stream to raid really quick. So please stay here so we can do that. Also, if you would like to keep tuning in, please do. This shit is getting to the real good part. You don't understand, when Damon is talking about a year and a half, like sitting on some of this stuff for that long and just getting excited for you guys to slowly peel it back, dropping hints left and right for weird things to happen. It's just wonderful. So let me find this. While I try to find another place to raid, what did you think? What are your in-player thoughts?
Yep. Pretty
Yeah,
much that. Pretty much.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice. Okay, cool. Tight.
There was something that happened a few weeks ago that got me thinking, could the gods be dragons? It was like something that you were like, I forget who was involved, but it was like make an insight check and they didn't roll well. And you were like, the Valis and Vulcan kind of like, side eye each other a little bit or something. And that just kind of had me going, because it was related to something to do with like hunting dragons or some shit. And I was kind of like, okay, file that, Damon will remember this. Yeah, then when I started putting 2 and 2 together tonight, it was just like, oh, whoa. And then seeing that several of the names line up, like I'd never even thought about Balmitria and Mitros being, having that similarity.
Yeah, the names are kind of crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
The squeak toy owner's just like putting all the squeak toys back into the
He's going crazy right now, man.
All good. Good time for a raid. Everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. We always stream Tuesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern, going for about 3 to 4 hours every week. Name is David. These are the wonderful people of Light of Thylea. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope I'll catch you guys next week. Bye.
And we're looking for more people.